Maybe you feel like attention helps you. Maybe other people will gladly help you trick yourself into thinking that's true by calling you brave and saying that you're doing a great thing for the whole world, when really you're not.
My wife, when I first met her, was a prostitute. Do you know what she is now? A lady. She's a homemaker. She reads the Bible. She believes it. She knows the most important thing about it. It's about you now. It's mythology. She understands Jesus wasn't some zombie that lived 2,000 years ago and died for no reason whatsoever, so that weird little twinks can talk about him to increasingly small circles. No, he's about you now. What was the 3 things that killed Christ? Do you remember? I remember. First thing, he breaks the Shabbat. What was the Shabbat? The superstition of the day. Sound familiar? There's always a new one. No matter where you are in time. I beseech thee, therefore, brethren, that the superstition of the day could be a vaccine that does nothing. In society, the less you tell yourself what to do, the more others will.
My black stepfather, I beat him up twice. Once I dislocated his knee, the other time I put his neck in a brace. He was a really nice guy. I liked him very much. I think that's why I beat him. Sometimes we beat those we love. Sometimes the worst things are the best things. Good comes from bad all the time. Like, sure, slavery is terrible. But without the slavery, the NBA would be rubbish to watch.
You're going to have to sit with the pain. And the only way you're going to have the only way you're going to be true to your edge, which is what I like to call it, true to your edge. The only way you're going to be truly true to your edge is by understanding that mess that is you, that hither and thither of mutually contradictory, conflicting souls that you have, that wants this thing and wants it now, and that thing and the other thing too. And then, oh, what was that? That one as well, right? That thing, you have to acquaint yourself with it fully. Follow its thread, follow it for more than 5 minutes. That's the first thing you're going to notice is how difficult that is.
I will call you wonderful. I think one day you will be. You have the stuff. You have the stuff to say your plaudits mean nothing to me. Huh? Right, Kemi? Your plaudits mean nothing to me. Your heaps of praise mean nothing to me. I view them as nothing more than something to keep me weak. My hero's journey has nearly begun. That wasn't the beginning. It starts when I say it does. And I will rise up. And I will rise up and take shape. And I don't care if there's no one there to applaud it. I don't care if the whole world calls me a coward. I don't care. It is immaterial. Consensus has nothing to do whether or not I've reached God within me. The higher God inside me. The greater I am. That's what she would say. She'd say, the thing I call God is a still small voice inside my head. It doesn't make me kill people yet. It makes me grow. That's what she would say. And she would say, stop calling me brave. Stop it. I'm not brave because I survived. This is brave. You're all cunts. You're clueless. You think this is going to help me? You cock-sucking maggots? Huh? Just wanting to get your jollies off because of sensationalism? Because you want to feel something to escape the void of your life? I am Sarah, goddammit! I'm better than that. Sure, I got molested by a psychopath. That happens. It happened. It has nothing to do with me. Did you see me climb Mount Everest? Did you see that? Did you see the dragons I slayed within my own heart? Did you see that? Applaud that now, because that's what counts. My molestation has nothing to do with any of this. It happened, it's over. Now watch me dance. I don't even remember the guy's name that molested me. I forgot. You should forget it too, because I think something tells me the harder you fight something, the further the pendulum swings back the other way from a non-dualist perspective. I believe that to be true because I am Sarah. The lioness. That's what she would say. She's a psycho, I think, myself. But at least she's brave. You know, very brave.
Hey everybody, have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get away with this.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello everybody, welcome to another special episode of Afternoon Drunken Peasants. We're doing it live here in the afternoon once again. And I have to tell you that Joe video, I did not make that. I can't remember who made it. Someone linked it to me in one of the content sections on the Discord, so you can go hunt through them if you want to look. Maybe you'll find it. But I lose it every time. It like zooms into him moving the frying pan around because he's grilling peppers and onions in a frying pan for some reason. And through most of that, you can hear the sizzle in the background while he's talking about the whole Onision, like everything he's ranting about on there. It was the whole Onision situation, like 5 years ago when everything was blowing up on Onision. That's what that was from. Interesting. Fun stuff. Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already, and we're going to get into some Manatee content. We're going to check out this Manatee situation with this individual and see what he's talking about, because often his titles and thumbnails are very misleading. So I'm not going to take what he has at face value, because it's everything he presents in his videos is done very disingenuously, and more than likely he starts in a place where he's not even going to come close to ending as well as. So let's check it out and let's play the intro.
Individual situation.
Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
I see our boy Puma Fist in the chat. Hi, Puma Fist. Puma Fist, you're a regular of Kendall's streams, right? Like, what's his name? Luke Korowitz or whatever his name is. You watch his stuff, right? That's fine. Yeah, it's your choice whether or not you give a like, but I have to remind the people that would give it a like regardless. Just putting this out there, Luke Korowitz or whatever, his name's Kendall. Kendall is a false DMCA'er. He gave my channel a DMCA for watching one of his videos. I was commenting on it and pausing it, you know, and my overlays over it. It's obviously not the original video. It's protected under fair use. And he filed a DMCA copyright claim against me. What a piece of shit. What a low IQ young man. He's not actually a young man. He just looks and lives like he is. But anyway, we'll get into this. Let's get into this Brett Keane situation with these individuals right now. This is called Deep Dark Depression I Can't Escape by Brett Keane. He always puts by Brett Keane in the title of his videos. All right, I'm going to move this to... All right, here we go. He has all right.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you are watching and listening to The Brett Keane Show. Just recently, I did a survey. I asked people to...
It's a poll, not a survey. Well, I guess you could say it's
choose
a survey.
Their poison. Are Democrats dangerous and unstable communists? Republicans are cowardly sellouts who talk too much? All of the above. Most of you clicked all of the above.
Yeah, I'd like 25
Apparently,
votes.
many of you out there who watch and listen to me and also frequent yourself in social media, you feel exactly the same way I do.
So if you're wondering why there's a big jump cut on this guy, it's that he has a looping GIF of himself and then a picture of a microphone in front of his mouth, and it's like, or in the air.
That the government has really dropped the ball, that things are pretty miserable, pretty shitty. And I find myself in a very severe, depressing way. I feel like I'm in the kind of zone of depression that you just cannot climb out of.
I like how it's Democrats are dangerous, unstable communists, and then Republicans are cowardly sellouts who talk too much. What? Okay.
No matter what you try to think, no matter what...
they all talk too much.
Try to... mindset you try to put yourself into, I cannot seem to get myself out of a very...
So, Pumafist, since you're a free speech absolutist, you would frown upon giving a channel a DMCA just because they made fun of you on the internet, right? I think that would fit in line with your views on that, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Dark, deep, drowning like depression. I've been seeing our government go to shit since the elections were rigged and Trump got screwed. I think it's pretty obvious.
I don't even think he believes that.
By now, if 90% of people have actually opened their eyes and looked at what's going on in society, know that that's what happened. And ever since then, the man and his family has been dragged through the fucking mud. But it's not just the government that bothers me.
Listen to him chomping on some food. You hear that? You hear him like shoving food into his gullet?
It's a bunch of the stupid ass ideas that humanity has come up with since cancel culture and woke and all this bullshit. A lot of these infestations and viruses,
Brett, you have actively participated in cancel culture, like against multiple people over the years. You have made multiple defamation videos against people you didn't like. A lot of them used to be your friends, because if you're a friend of Brett Keane, eventually you'll be his enemy. It's only a matter of time. So I don't want to hear you crying about cancel culture when you literally have partaken in attempts to cancel people countless amounts of time.
Mind memes and viruses that humanity has come up with has made life and existence stagnant. It's gotten to the point where people don't know what the fucking difference is between a boy and a girl, a man and a woman. People have come to the point where they think it's okay to abuse and mutilate and cut up children.
I I mean, I'd have to hear what your definition of mutilate is, because if that's the case, you know, when I was a baby, they cut the tip off my dick at the hospital, and I didn't have a say in it. I don't know. You know, I was born in the early 80s, so they were mutilating children even back then.
And in society, they think this is perfectly okay.
No, it was at the hospital. It wasn't in a religious ceremony. I was raised Catholic. They were just circumcised. They were just circumcising all the babies, you know, back then. Like, at least in the area I was born in, they circumcised you at the hospital when you were born.
And they get all their instruction and all of their inspiration from people who are fucking obese with pink.
Will now dip as
Thank you! Ah! You give me power! Yes! That's what I was waiting for, and you get a good, thick, hearty hee-hee in return for that. So yeah, this guy's acting like, Brett Keane is acting like this is just some new thing that came around. Like, my genitals were mutilated without my consent as a baby, and that was 40 plus years ago. So it's not a new thing. It's been going on for a while.
Pink and purple green hair, who don't know themselves any better than they know the next person right before them. People have become really, really fucking stupid. I feel like I'm in an Idiocy movie.
It's Idiocracy, not Idiocy. All these other people, they're so stupid. I feel like I'm in that movie Idiocy. What a moron. Dude, I want to believe he's like a character, because you can't write a better joke than that. Calling everybody stupid. It's this movie that I'm going to totally butcher the name to. He just keeps giving. I can't believe he never fully caught on as a lolcow. It was really just a DP thing where he like was popular as a lolcow, but he didn't have this crossover where he was like, he never caught on as like he was never a DSP or Wings of Redemption or, you know, any like famous lolcow, Chris Chan or anything like that. He was just very niche, you know? So yeah, he's fucking dumb. It's unbelievable how dumb he is.
You know, where they don't even know how to fucking plant their own grain or soil anymore. They're actually using Mountain Dew.
You don't know how to plant their own grain or soil? Do people plant soil, Brett? Do you know how to talk? See, when Brett tries to make a point, he'll just like start mindlessly listing things. A lot of times he'll list different words for the same thing as if they're multiple things. Or he'll do that, like plant your soil. What? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I streamed for like 5 hours last night on my other channel and got like $18 in donations. So it's good to like, you know, hop on in the afternoon here and just see what happens, you know?
To fucking feed themselves.
Yes. Squirt that manatee milk. They are mammals, you know, so they do have milk.
If you haven't seen the movie Idiocy, it's basically a storyline that humanity doesn't get any better. That we actually, something goes wrong in the human...
Someone just said, someone's basically apologizing in the chat. I think it's Misa or whatever. I think that's your name. I have my eyes are slowly getting worse the older I'm getting. You don't have to apologize for helping, or for not being able to help, rather. You don't have to apologize. I'll never shame the people who can't do it. You're supporting me by watching right now.
All
but those
mutilation situations go and earn in the idiocy.
Idiocity.
Mind and brain.
Idiocy is what he said, right? It's like a mixture of idiocracy and the what is it, the Iliad? What was the voyage of Odysseus or Ulysses, depending on how you pronounce his name?
where
Is
we
it the
start
Iliad?
to deteriorate, and along with the mind deterioration and de-evolution of humanity, people start going to shit. Everybody starts turning stupid.
Is it the Iliad or the Odyssey? Is it the same thing? Is the Odyssey just like the anglicized version of it? Oh, okay. So they're like companion stories. I remember reading them in high school, but it's been forever.
And people get to the point where they can barely sign their own names anymore, and everybody's illiterate and uneducated. And our society is at an all-time low whenever it comes.
Everyone's illiterate and uneducated. Brett, your first book doesn't have paragraphs. You wrote like, a 200-page book, and there's no paragraphs. It's just one block of words. There's never like a beginning or ending of a thought. There's barely punctuation. So you're not one to talk. You have a book out there that anyone can read that you wrote, and it sucks. You know what? You should be thanking me. You should be thanking me and my former Peasants co-hosts when we put the spotlight on you. You probably sold more books, more of your shit books, ironically, during that time than you have before or after.
Comes to education and learning. Now when you talk
education and learning, see how he does that? He'll take two things. He'll create a list of things to try and bolster whatever point he just made, but it's usually two different words for the same thing. That's something I've noticed that he does a lot.
Talk to people think that the smart thing to do is to yell and scream and fucking slap their face like a retarded seal. And nobody actually comes up with compromises anymore. We're getting ready to hit the year 2024, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not out in space. We're not out exploring.
What do you mean we're not out in space? What do you mean we're not out in space? We have like civilian... We have like civilian owned space companies that launch civilians into space. Like... There's like Virgin Galactic. They're shooting. Granted, you have to be rich to be able to afford it these days. But we're out in space. We have all these satellites in space. We have an international space station. What do you mean we're not in space? What do you mean we're not like leaving our solar system? Well, that's sudden death. And that's like a couple decades worth of space travel. It's a death sentence to anyone who would do that. I don't know if you're talking about that, but we are in space, definitely.
We're not out doing anything inspirational. We're not doing anything that would make a god of the universe proud of us. And
what will that take? Can you explain? What will it take to make the god of the universe proud of us?
Instead, we're repeating history again and again and again.
Are you talking about yourself? Because you repeat your own history again and again and again and again. You're the living embodiment of repeated history. Like your name should be Brett IMAX Keen, because you project so much, my friend.
We're in a war with some people who think it's a good idea to parachute down into a city.
We're in a war with them?
And take machetes and cut off the heads of babies and rape women off in fucking dark mud huts. This is the kind of world we live in.
But we're not at war with them.
And nothing has gotten any better. I can't turn on the news without hearing some politician lying or hearing...
Yeah, good one. I wasn't going to nitpick that, but yes, it is paraglide, not parachute. So... Like, he never knows what he's talking about.
Hearing about the next group of people who got mutilated or killed out in society.
Out in society.
So my depression is at an all-time fucking high. I don't even want to go out into the world. I don't even want to...
He says out in society. No, it happened in a place that's always had a history of violence. So it's always had a history of terrorism because it's an unstable region. There's an occupation. This has been going on a very long time. You know, we've had like there were like Islamic terrorists that kidnapped a bunch of Israeli Olympians I think in the 70s at one point. I mean, like it's always been a contentious area there, and there's plenty of blame to go around. So another thing that's been going on forever, for decades and decades, Brett's acting like it's this new thing that all of a sudden now is just like a thing we're dealing with. No, it's been around a very long time.
Be around people anymore because of this. It's turned me very introverted.
You're the guy that used to lie about having agoraphobia to explain why you were like terminally online.
To make matters worse, obviously this isn't the first time that humans acted like total fucking gorillas and de-evolved fucking mammals.
Are you just sitting there?
But in the past, whenever I was going through these...
I watched the old school from like 2011 Straight Dope versus Brett Keane debate, and Brett Keane made a total fool out of himself and used the term sitting there, at least some variation of sitting there, sitting here, sitting where, like whatever. He did it dozens of times.
These depression periods where I just felt like going in, hopping in the bathtub, throwing on the song The Final Countdown on my...
How much water spills over the edge when you hop in the bathtub?
My radio, and then eventually tossing it into the water and shocking myself to death.
Oh.
It's gotten to the point where music has become very fucking garbagey. You can't even listen to music anymore.
Why? The old music you liked still exists. You can, if you don't like new music... There's the entire history of music out there. You can listen to just the older music that you like if you want. I don't get is it a you problem? You just don't like music anymore? I don't understand how this is a complaint because, yeah, I'm older. It's funny because you look like you're 20 years older than me and you're only like 4 years older than me. But, yeah, I like my music from my youth and young adulthood better than the newer shit. But I can still listen to the older shit if I want to. It's that simple.
And get the same feeling that you used to back in the day when you could just turn on a really classic hit and feel good.
Why can't you do that still? The classic hit is still there.
Watered down.
In fact, it's free now. You can go on YouTube and listen to that song. Pretty much any popular song over the last 50 years is available for free online. And you can listen to that. So what's the issue? Because back in the day, if you wanted to hear it, you either had to wait and listen to the radio for it to play, or you had to go to the record store and buy, an album or whatever. So what's the difference? Things are better now. You can completely ignore new music that you don't like. You could literally just bury your head and listen to 70s and 80s, whatever you like.
And formulated. And then when it comes to our movies and TVs, everything is sexualized. I feel like a 5-year-old inside of a classroom with a lesbian teacher who...
What? What a weird statement. He went from movies and TV, everything is sexualized, to he feels like a 5-year-old? What the fuck is he talking about? What a weird turn. Now, I want to point out that things were way more sexualized in the past. In the late 60s, throughout the 70s, there was such a thing as sexploitation movies that were very, very hypersexual, almost like borderline porn films that were very popular, that were regularly having theatrical releases at the time. And there was, Hustler and Penthouse and all that shit. Playboy magazine doesn't even really exist anymore. So to pretend things are so much, if anything, we've swung backwards a little bit. Things are less sexualized than they used to be.
Wants to fucking make me wear flag t-shirts. Every time I watch...
It makes you want to wear flag t-shirts? What the fuck? Okay, did you have a stroke or something? What's wrong with you? I don't understand. Look, can we like piece these sentences together?
Formulated. And then when it comes to our movies and TVs, everything is...
Our movies and TVs. So he didn't even say movies and TV. He says our movies and TVs. I don't like the flat screen situation. I want tubes back on my TV situation.
Sexualized. I feel like a 5-year-old inside of the...
I totally disagree. 70s, 80s, and 90s, I feel like shit was way more sexualized. They took Britney Spears when she was like 16, 17 and put her in like a Catholic schoolgirl outfit and that kind of shit. Like, I don't know. I don't believe this is the case. I think we're actually more sensitive to that kind of stuff now.
Classroom with a lesbian teacher who wants to fucking...
It's just because there's like more queer visibility. That's what he's talking about. Which isn't necessarily sexual, but that's where he's drawing. Maybe I'm trying to make too much sense of it.
Me wear flag T-shirts. Every time I watch a TV show or movie, I can't be given fantasy to help me escape from reality and all that.
That's your problem? I don't think that's society's problem that Brett Keane can't escape his reality. Maybe your reality is such shit that it's hard to escape.
I just don't know what to do with myself, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to say what you should probably do. I think that might violate TOS.
Everything from the entertainment industry to music to the government to social media is just all packed garbage. It's just like all...
Then get the fuck off of it. Like, leave.
Processed, packed shit that is on some kind of distribution table where it's just never ending. It won't stop. The music industry is retarded. The entertainment industry is garbage. These corporations that are running our lives, food, the prices of food.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. The prices of food. The fat cats out there that profit off of food, buying food. They had. Even though everyone's got to eat during the pandemic, they had, all food related industries suffered because of that, especially restaurants. They're trying to regain these profits that they lost because they were used to the solid profit margins that they were making. So if people are still going to be paying for it, they're going to keep the prices high.
Has went through the fucking roof. The economy has crashed. There is literally no reason why anybody should be fucking happy whatsoever. And of course, they're still talking about, there might be another strand. There may be another bullshit virus that's going to come out into society, which means that a lot of people, including my own children, may lose the good jobs that they have.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, people were getting paid. Okay. People lost their jobs during the pandemic, but many of them got paid more after they lost their job than they made at the job, and they had plenty of time to find a new job. And there was record, there was for the first time ever in my lifetime, there were more places trying to hire than there were people looking for work. So you could have gotten work eventually. Once your unemployment gravy train ran out, you could have easily found a job. There was a good sweet spot where they were desperate looking for people to work for them.
Everything is through the fucking roof. Everything is super expensive. It's become so expensive that just recently my wife's vehicle broke down on the side of the road and it costed an arm and a leg to get that shit fixed.
I bet you didn't show up. I bet you sat at home and laid in bed on your belly and let her take care of it.
She's able to drive and she's able to do what she needs to do.
Are you able to drive, Brett?
But it still costs us a small fortune to fix anything that breaks or goes into shit anymore.
Goes into shit?
And that's the way life has been. I come to YouTube and I see that most of the people who are even heard, or if anybody's even watching anymore, is all featured corporation formulated process garbage.
I want to point out, this is emo Brett here. This is just him whining about things. A lot of it doesn't even make sense. A lot of it is just his problem. Brett has always had a victim mentality, and that's what he's gotten by on. That's where the grift comes from. Now he doesn't make the money that he did back in the day, but that's what it's all about. Don't let them fool you, which I'm sure most of you are not being fooled.
Got it now where I can't even watch a YouTube fucking video without having to see this same stupid bitch on an advertisement over and over. How many times have you guys...
I don't see advertisements on YouTube.
Seen that video from StreamYards where this girl goes, "My name is Julie. Let me tell you about the great new stuff about StreamYards." Nobody's even bothering to do live
I've never seen that ad.
Shit anymore.
Hardly no one's bothering to do live shit anymore. What are you talking about?
Anybody is having like a community thing where they're talking anymore because they don't give a fuck. It's like everything's just going over deaf ears.
Everything's going over deaf ears. Everything is going over deaf ears. Did you hear that? Everything is going over deaf ears.
Well, that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to make the adjustment in my life. I don't have any of the stuff, the fun, the escape, the way to get myself out. I'm just faced with bullshit all fucking day.
You don't have a job. You have no adversity in your life. You live on the public dole. You get to play on the internet. You've been doing this. I mean, like, you don't do anything. What are you talking about? Your escape could be like a real career. I mean, like, don't you have kids? Can't like being a father be your escape from like the crazy world out there? Like, I don't get, oh no, it has to be like movies and TV.
Deep,
right?
Dark depression. I had really hoped when everything was starting to go over the cliff.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. I have to say that. Obviously, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I'm going to put that out there. Also, another thing, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but you can. Help us get a little further on this goal. We're at 38%. Tomorrow is our second official show of the week. Help us get maybe to 45, 50% during this stream. I got plenty more to watch.
I had I banked, and I kind of made a bad decision, ladies and gentlemen. I put all my eggs in one basket. I told myself, well, okay, everything's going to shit, but there's this video game that's coming out called Starfield.
Oh my God. He's going to do well, they asked me to pick a pronoun in Starfield. You don't even, like, literally, if you pick a character that looks like a man, the pronoun that comes up is male or man or whatever. I don't even remember. I just clicked on it because it was what I wanted it to be. Like, it's not like they're like, oh, we're going to give you they, them, like at first, and you're going to have to, like, pick something different. It literally, like, suggests what it thinks it's going to be.
And it's supposed to be the greatest game in the world, right? And I'm going to play it, and it's going to take me out into space. I'm going to travel the universe.
You still play it, by the way. So for you to pretend like the pronoun thing ruined it for you, you're a fucking liar. Puma Fist, I'm giving you a shout out. Please hit the like. You win today, buddy. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the next video of you filming the fence in your backyard talking trash about Eric July. We don't agree on a lot, but we agree Eric July is trash. Thank you, Puma Fist. You're great. And if you could tell Sturges he's an idiot, Go do a Sturgis video. I'll shout that out till the end. You know who Sturgis is? Renown Zero. What a pathetic Eric July shill. Check that out.
There's something humans should have already been doing, and I'm going to be the hero of the fucking galaxy, right? And then I go to play the game, and it turns out that the gaming companies have sold their soul. They sold their fucking heart, and it's just a lazy fucking load screen.
You play the game. You just did a stream playing it.
Like existence.
You're such a hypocrite.
Terrible. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do whenever it feels like no matter what direction you go, everything's dog shit?
Like it.
I mean, literally from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, the smell of dog shit permeates in the fucking air from every direction, whether it be...
Sounds like you need to clean your trailer, Brett.
Entertainment, whether it be the government, whether it be social media, or another human does something stupid.
Go to therapy, yes.
Just recently, I watched this video on Twitter where...
I watched this video on Twitter.
This old man, he's just trying to get to work, right? This old man,
This old man, he played one. He was just trying to get to work.
He gets on the highway and he does his usual routine and he goes and goes. But there's all these cocksuckers who decide that they want to stand out in the street and block the way. If it's not some kind of propaganda pushing that people should support Gaza and their murderous genocidal ways, it's a group of people who are telling us that the world is coming to an end and that we need to stop driving our cars and shit and just be stuck in our little...
It's funny how he said Gaza. He doesn't even understand like the names of the players over there and like who they are and what they do.
Holes all fucking day. People who do not work, who just want to stand on the highway and block people.
You do not work.
So the old man, he's driving. He just wants to get to where he's going. He doesn't want to bother with a bunch of fucking bullshit and other people's stupid ideas. They get in his face. They're talking all kinds of shit to him. He has an anxiety deal and ends up pulling out a gack and putting him down right there on the hot cement of the road. What do you think of that? I've been noticing a lot more people where they just start losing their shit. There's been a lot more incidences where people are pulled over and they're told to get the fuck out of their cars and shit or stop doing what they're doing. There's been a lot more people who have just been snapping. Something goes off in their head and they just start fucking killing a whole bunch of people. Have you been noticing that lately? High school.
That's been going on for a very long time. It's been going on for quite a while. Like mass shootings have become more and more and more common. This isn't a recent thing. It's been like a decade that they've been like, you know, so many high profile mass shootings in a year. And I would say 20, even like 25 years, it's been a thing. Columbine happened in 99.
Some kid gets tired of what's going on. He says, fuck it, I've got no future. A bunch of people's lives get ended. Some asshole's on his way to work. His wife has done him wrong. Something's going on. And then boom, a bunch of assholes get in his way. And he says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of this. Boom. I've been noticing more and more where people are just flipping the fuck out. And people are getting clicked over and over and over. Is the world going to change? Is it going to get better? God knows I've been praying my ass off.
Yeah, it doesn't work, huh? That's almost like prayer doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Huh. Funny that you mentioned that. You've been praying your ass off and things have only gotten worse in your opinion. Kind of seems like prayer doesn't work. And shit just happens. All right. So, gotta be honest with you here. I drank a ton of coffee this morning while I was setting up the stream. And I have a little bit more of this video, and then I have a whole other Brett video. So I have to go to the bathroom really bad. I will be right back. Give me like 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. All right, back again. Back again, everybody. Time for the dimensional merge. Hell yeah. Complete. Enjoy it, assholes. The whole world is Chris Chan now. All right.
I feel like the end of the world has come and gone, and I'm stuck here. I feel like a rat in a fucking cage. I feel like,
despite all your rage,
like all my eyes are seeing nowadays, I'm not seeing good, wonderful things. I've seen miracles in the past. I've seen beauty. I've seen what life could be, but nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Everybody wants a shit sandwich without the bread.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. All right. That's all I got to say. I'm just fucking deeply, deeply depressed.
He's done this before. This is part of the cycle. It's just a less frequent part of the cycle. The cycle has more frequent parts that'll happen, you know, like quarterly or annually. And then there's like parts of the cycle that might only happen like 1 or 2 years.
And I think I've had so much concern and worries that I just don't even have the energy to be worried and concerned anymore. I'm just sick. Just sick.
I'm so sick. Oh no, feel sorry for me, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here's another Brett video. Let's see what this is all about. Of course, we're gonna have to skip the musical intro here.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you are watching and listening to The Brett Keane Show. I hope you're all having a blessed day out there.
Having a blessed day.
Recently, a transgender soccer player decided...
She's not... Is she transgender? I didn't think she was. Is she? I don't believe she is. If they were, I had no idea. No. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're not trans. They're like non-binary. Okay.
To mock God. Or
she actually, you know, she played on the U.S. Women's international team, but her local team, her like team that she played for regularly, her pro team was Seattle. What was it called? The Reign. REIGN. The OL Reign. It's weird how they name soccer teams. I don't really get it. But yeah, she played for this team. OL Reign.
public television right before going out to do a sporting event and said, there is no God and this is proof and all this kind of good stuff. And then the person went out on the field and within The first few minutes of being out on the field, their feet gave way under them and they fell to the ground, and they were basically permanently hampered from ever being able to participate in sports again.
But I think that was their last game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it would have been better if they had a better performance at their last game, but sounds like they saw the writing on the wall and it was time to hang it up. Soccer's a very physically demanding sport. How old is Megan Rapinoe? Is her last name Rapinoe? That's how I would pronounce it. She's 38. I mean, that's pretty old for a pro athlete. You know, like, soccer isn't golf or bowling or anything like that. You know, it's a lot of running, sometimes some physical contact.
Just after mocking God. It wasn't so long ago I uploaded a video a while back where a woman comedian was on stage, an atheist, and she was insulting God and mocking Jesus Christ, and then suddenly she had some kind of stroke and ended up falling what appeared to be almost dead on the stage in front of a public audience.
Okay.
Very, very sad. I hate to
Are you
see
trying to say God struck her down or what?
anybody suffer, go through any kind of pain, but perhaps mocking God is probably not the best thing to do.
Okay, there are people that mocked God that lived to be like 100 too. It's not a good example.
Whether you believe or not. You know, you shouldn't... I've always thought that gambling's a bad way to go. Let's take a look at...
Oh, you're Pascal's Wager? Is that what... Old school? You're so old
another
school with
image
this
here that I've got.
rhetoric.
Okay. This is an interesting one. I really do not want to be here anymore due to my experience. I went on hormones.
Oh, so now he's going he's talking about detransitioners.
When I just
he's on like a detrans Reddit or something.
turned 14 and I got top surgery, then two. Now, top surgery is whenever a female decides that she wants to have her breast removed. All I ever wanted was to be viewed as attractive, and I think I really ruined my chance of that. I look like a boy. 5 years of testosterone and top surgery ruined me. I get very mixed opinions from people at work. Some think I'm extremely beautiful and feminine, and others think I look too masculine and clock me as a trans woman, or straight up can't tell what I am. And that hurts. I hate how I have to try so hard to be my biological sex. I really just do not want to be here anymore. So much effort for nothing. I think I could have been beautiful had I never opportunity for
Who is this though? This is just a random post on Reddit.
myself a long time ago, or ruined myself, but clearly I've destroyed that opportunity for myself a long time ago. So this is basically a young woman who, when she was 14, she had a bad self-esteem. This is a point in your life where you're just starting to bloom, you know, your features are coming out. All young girls and young boys, their hormones are running crazy.
Usually starts earlier for girls. Like 2 to 3, 4 years earlier, usually.
They feel low about themselves, and it's not until you start becoming a young adult when you start realizing who you are and exploring who you are as a person. But when you're a child, there's all kinds.
Yeah, you got to get a doctor who's agreeing to perform that kind of surgery too, especially on a minor. Someone who's like just starting high school. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where this could be a total bullshit story, or it could be in a country where they would let that happen. I don't know. But that's pretty rare in the U.S. for them to be doing top surgery on a 14-year-old.
The weird, silly ideas going on through your head. And unfortunately, the adults in her life, they didn't guide her. They didn't help her. And obviously, she wasn't involved in praying. A lot of these people who are transgender, they don't believe in God, and they think that God somehow made a mistake making them the way they are. I've always believed that God doesn't make trash. And whenever it comes to being attractive or beautiful or ugly, well, beauty is in the
attractive or beautiful. Two things that are the same thing, and then or ugly.
Beholder. I really believe that there's a soulmate out there for everyone. I believe that someone out there will find you more beautiful than the angels in heaven if you just give it time.
Okay.
If you just give it an opportunity and you make yourself accessible.
It's working for King Cobra.
You're an introvert who doesn't ever go out and do anything.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And obviously you're never going to make friends and you're never going to find the love of your life. I mean, some people get lucky on the internet. They put themselves on some kind of dating site. But the problem with that is a lot of people don't like who they are. So they put up fake avatars or bullshit pictures of themselves, and you know, they fake who they are and they claim to be things that they're not. And sometimes you find yourself in an official blind date with people that, you know, basically lied right off the bat. And lying is the worst way to start or try to build any kind of relationship or even keep one. So it is what it is. So we've got a young lady here who already felt terrible about the way she looks. And now she doesn't even feel like a human being. She doesn't even want to...
A human being. She doesn't even feel like a human being.
...exist anymore, and I feel so sorry for her. I feel so bad. There's so many children out there that are going through their troubles. And they really need adults who will just tell them, look, you're beautiful just as you are.
Just the way you are.
Give it time, you know, give it time. You know, scientifically, it's proven that a lot of people, they don't really know who they are, especially women and men, until they're like in their 20s. That's a scientific fact. A lot of people don't know what they're doing, and it's the time in their life where they'll make a lot of
a lot of people don't know what they're doing all the time, regardless of their age.
Choices. Live with regrets. Some people, they learn from it and they move on and they move forward. It is what it is. I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, there is a God, and God does love you. If God didn't love you, he wouldn't have taken the time to create you in the first place. You have to learn to love yourself. And you, when you run around and you tell people that the reason why you protest and you bitch and complain so much is because you think that people who love each other should be together. Well, here's the thing. There's kind of a paradox, a dilemma to that. In order for you to be able to love other people, you have to first know how to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, then you're nothing more than a codependent. Basically living vicariously through other people.
Vicariously.
And what they think of you. You ought to already have respect for yourself. You already love yourself, your body, your soul, your mind, and all that. If you don't know how to do that, then you'll always fail and never succeed whenever it comes to having a connection, a close connection with someone, finding that soulmate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.
I hope you have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking, like... Like, really? Oh, shit. I don't know if I want to watch Emo Howling Wolf. Give me just a second here. All right, let's see here. What else we got here? Let's do some news stuff. Let's do some DP action news. Here we go.
He called me, sir, and got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us at our stupidity.
Are you sitting right now?
I'm sitting here. It's from Louis Tenma. They sent in a thing during the intro here, and they said, where am I sitting? And then there's Fried One, fan of the show for 8 years, first time catching you live. Love from Europe. Thank you. You know, that's more of an incentive to be live this time of day, because this is, you know, my afternoon. You know, it's like 2:40 p.m. Yeah, so. All right, let's check this out.
Interested. How are negotiations with Democrats on border security
going? You know, you're probably we've really tried to focus the effort. And
I'm going to balance this audio out. There we go.
Right now, James Langford and Murphy are working out some of the baseline changes, so I think it'd be a good question for James.
Can you give us a sense of if you're optimistic this could come together after Thanksgiving?
It's going to require a lot of work, and it's absolutely essential because as much as I support Israel and Ukraine, I won't support a package that doesn't have border security in it.
What are some of the major sticking points?
I want this guy's, he should talk about like the almost fights that almost happened.
I think that the key is that we have a fourfold increase of crossings under the Biden administration. And many of us have said that we've got to be able to cut that in half at least, which would still mean that it's twice as many crossings as President Trump with no change in legislation. These are all policy decisions that's caused the fourfold increase. So people like me have said we've got to get, and it has to be measurable. The real sticking point is it just can't be, we'll reduce future flows and maybe for a month or two we do and then they go back up. It's how do you have sticking power and how do we maintain whatever policies that are being negotiated to ensure that that's it for the remainder of this administration. I fully expect if we get a Republican elected, that in 2025 we'll get back to something roughly close to what we had under Trump because he or she will already have a statutory authority to do it. But it's that measurement. It's not going to be enough to go, we think if we pass this bill, they may reduce future flows. If we don't have a certainty, there will not be an agreement.
Looking forward to January, obviously the CR is going to give you guys some breathing room. Yeah. But the House and Senate still have to clear their own appropriation bills and then conference to work out the difference between those.
Right.
You're coming back from Thanksgiving, a couple weeks, then it's Christmas, and we're right back here. Are you confident that Congress can even get the appropriation bills done before this deadline?
No, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. So it'd be naive to say anybody who follows this stuff closely would be naive to say they're confident. Is it possible? Yes. But a lot of things have to, it's like a in-the-park home run. A lot of things have to go your way.
Yesterday, we saw a couple instances of altercations or near altercations. You had
here it is.
Burchett accusing the former speaker of elbowing him in the back. You had
cage matches.
You had the fight.
The cage match didn't happen, but the challenge for the cage, which I would probably watch that, honestly. The Teamster president versus the Oklahoma senator.
Your fight in the Help Committee. Yeah. Is that appropriate? And do you think anything should happen to Mark Wayne Mullen?
Well, number one, Mark Wayne Mullen has been savaged by this guy on social media. So shame on the committee staff, Bernie Sanders committee staff, for pairing those two up. They could have had representation of that labor union without doing that. So either the staff are lazy or they knew they were setting up some sort of confrontation. Now, having said that, I would have never done it. I would have bludgeoned the guy for a lot of things that he'd said, but I wouldn't have gone
bludgeoned how? What do you mean bludgeoned him?
And we need to pay attention because kids pay attention, countries pay attention, the people in this nation pay attention, and they oftentimes emulate our behavior. This is where we've got to stand up and be the adults in the room.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Chaos on Capitol Hill. Reports of several fights erupting in both chambers of Congress, an alleged shove in the House to a shouting match. But first, a near fist fight in the Senate. You can't make this up, folks. Oklahoma Republican Mark Wayne Mullen calling out the Teamsters president for a tweet saying the senator is a clown and a fraud. Tensions between the two escalating until Senator Sanders steps in.
If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
No, sit down. Sit down. Look at you. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
Bernie Sanders being the only adult in the room and he's like 80 is very sad, right?
Mullen later responding to that exchange.
You don't do that in Oklahoma. You don't run your mouth unless you're going to answer the call. I didn't start it. I didn't.
Oh, this guy's going bald too. Don't kid yourself. See the way his hair is combed? Which is funny. That's such a shallow thing to say, Zoe, but if you think this guy isn't bald and it's not just like strategic combing, you're kidding yourself. Look at his hair.
Tweeted him. I didn't go after him. I have no beef with the guy.
And a House hearing turning into a shouting match between Congressman James Comer and Jared Moskowitz. The two arguing over questionable loan payments between President Biden and his brother James, and Democrats trying to cover for the White House.
At least the other guy just just goes clean.
Continue to try to
reclaiming my time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can stop the clock. You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff. Now, listen,
Mr. Chairman,
I'm going to tell you something.
Hold on. If we're not on time,
we disinformation.
You have gone on TV and said the president did something illegal. You're doing stuff with your brother. The American people have the same questions.
All of this is Congressman Kevin McCarthy is accused of elbowing a colleague. Congressman Matt Gaetz now filing an ethics complaint against the former House Speaker. Well, the House did pass
The infighting on the Republican side is hilarious.
Tweeted at me.
Yeah, he told him he looked like a Smurf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And let me read what the last one said. It said, greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
No, sit down. Sit down. Look at you. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down, please.
That is the morning buzz. It was a chaotic day on Capitol Hill yesterday. It did not stop there. Watch this.
That story that you tweeted also said I had a shell company. That is bull. The White House tried to get CNN to write that story. They went around and investigated all this bull that Ian Sams is trying to tell people.
I love how he's just throwing bullshit.
Only dumb.
That's bullshit.
Financially illiterate people pick up on.
It's funny how, like, in the government, there's so many, like, people with Southern accents because they're Southern states, but where else do you have to listen to that? Not many places.
I went to the bank and I borrowed money and I bought that land. I didn't get wires from Romania, China. My family doesn't get wires.
My family doesn't get wires.
Okay? Never loaned my brother money.
I never loaned my brother money.
Don't have an LLC. But you and Goldman, who is Mr. Trust Fund, continue to try to
reclaiming my time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can stop the clock. You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff. Now listen,
Mr. Chairman.
Did that guy have a bunch of bracelets on? Look at this guy. He's got like a bunch of those like Live Strong bracelets. You know those bracelets that were popular like 15 years ago?
And then there may have been a physical altercation as well. Watch this.
Why'd you elbow me in the back, Kevin?
I know, I felt so bad.
Hey, Kevin, you got any guts? Jerk.
That's a new move.
Hey, Kevin, why'd you walk by me and elbow me in the back? You got no guts. You did so. They sat there and the reporter said it right there. What kind of chicken move is that? You're pathetic, man.
Huh?
Wow. Back and forth on Capitol Hill, fighting, name calling. Your thoughts?
I was on with Jesse Waters last night. He compared it to the Coliseum. That's what Capitol Hill has become at this point. The fact that this all happened in the same day, I
on
can't
the
even
Senate
begin to.
floor?
Yeah, you have Comer calling somebody a Smurf. That was interesting. Overall,
Tim Burchett accusing McCarthy of elbowing him in the back.
And then said he did it in his kidneys, and said even many minutes
in his kidneys, he peed blood
later that he was still hurting from it. Maybe he just accidentally bumped into him. There's just nothing plausible about that particular story. But overall, this shows you where civility is in this country.
Them
when you have
fight.
United States senators and congressmen acting like this, it's nothing to be proud of. Bernie Sanders was the adult in the room.
It also shows the division right now.
Well, it's
in
why
Congress.
we can't get anything done.
Yeah.
I mean, you wonder why they can't pass simple resolutions, or why even Republicans go after Republicans, which is just a crying shame. This is why. They're children. They're cats.
Well, and, that's why we saw the speaker thrown out just recently, attacks on policies. It looks like they're rallying around Mike Johnson, but that was embarrassing yesterday.
It's sophomore year all over again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Stand your butt up. No, you stand your butt up. These are grown men. You're on national television.
Honestly, when we played the first clip, I thought it was like a Saturday Night Live thing. And then I realized, oh no, this is real.
Yeah. How do you do this if you're Saturday Night Live? The parody's already written itself in real life.
That is too much.
I have a theory about this.
Yeah.
So remember, last time I was on your set, Janet Yellen was over in China eating magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Maybe she brought some of those back and put them in the water.
Yeah, right. Well,
no, then
don't
people
even
wouldn't be
get started on
fighting.
that
They'd
shit.
just be laying around feeling good.
See, okay, they fed the Treasury Secretary psychedelic mushrooms, and she laughed about it and thought it was so funny.
Yeah. We should try that with
Most people don't want to fight on mushrooms. They just want to chill.
He's over here and see what the reaction would be.
Imagine if we did that to Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
Imagine if we did that to a Chinese official.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in Los Angeles.
I think there would be a different reaction than the U.S.'s reaction.
Joe Biden greeting the president of China. Whoa, they're going to run over a Marine. That Marine had to take a couple steps back because the car was about to hit him. What the fuck is going on here? China!
Doors ready. Off. Ready.
The things he has doors ready.
Ready. Close.
Ready, close.
Ready.
Ready.
Ready. Face. Forward.
I had a friend that was a Marine that did that with George Bush. He worked near George Bush when he was president for a while. Look at that pot belly on what's his name?
President Biden, what's your message? What's your message to China today?
I always forget his name. Xi Jinping.
In the battle for the title of First in the Nation primary, New Hampshire is once again staking its claim.
Obviously, we want to make sure that when the date is set, that we're not going to be superseded.
On November 15th, Secretary of State David Scanlon is set to announce the primary date.
I am reaching the point where I'm comfortable that New Hampshire will hold the First in the Nation presidential primary.
It's done so for more than a century, and state law requires the primary to take place at least 8 days before any other state. But this cycle, the DNC moved South Carolina ahead of Iowa and New Hampshire, following President Biden's recommendation.
New Hampshire is being severely challenged by the Democratic National Committee.
South Carolina has been the best indicator.
The DNC asserting that South Carolina going first puts black voters at the front of the process.
For decades, black voters have been the backbone of the Democratic Party.
It was South Carolina that created the path to the White House for Joe Biden and me.
President Biden did not file to be on the 2024 primary ballot in New Hampshire.
We have momentum. The wind is at our back.
New Hampshire leaders argue the state should go first because it's one of the smallest states, which can make way for a bigger national impact. Voters there agree.
The fact that it's a smaller state, I think, really allows some of the
candidates that are less well-funded to really be able to get their message out.
Breaking the DNC rules means the state's delegates cannot vote during the presidential nominating portion of the convention. That does not give pause to Scanlon or New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu.
The delegates really don't matter. They don't.
Here's my tithe for milking your lol cow Sturgis. Thank you. The geek getaway. I think, doesn't Sturgis call you Frog Boy? He's so dumb. God, what a dumbass. Like, I want to believe he's a character, but I don't, he's not. It's just your opinion, bud.
New Hampshire's power of this process is in its ability to allow candidates to come in, be themselves.
But this is not likely the last first-in-the-nation fight for the live free or die state.
With all the drama around the primary this year, do you think it will impact the primary in 4 years from now?
I would hope not. No, I mean, we hear that a lot, but, for 100 years now, we've had our process. We've always gone first, and so I imagine that will continue.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about...
I mean, we can watch some Sturgis stuff. Where's a good one? I thought I had some. Oh, shit. No, I already watched all of his more recent ones. I wonder if he's on... There he is. He has his streaming schedule up. Let me see where he's at with his streaming schedule. Today is the 15th. He's streaming at 5 on Twitch today. So it probably means he'll also stream on YouTube because he simulcasts. Maybe if I'm still streaming when he goes live, I'll go pay him a visit. Watch the Gale vid you recommended a while back. I don't know. Which one is that? I don't remember which one that is. Yeah, Lester's forehead is going up to like the top of his head.
And we start with that breaking news out of Fulton County, Georgia, a major admission from the lawyer for one of Donald Trump's co-defendants in that sweeping RICO case. NBC's Blaine Alexander is following that. For folks who weren't here, setting the stage, Fani Willis, the DA, went to the judge after some videos were leaked of people who had turned evidence and said, I need
What's
a protective
the Gale video?
order.
I can't remember.
But we didn't know who might have leaked those videos. What just happened in court?
Well, we now know at least one of the people, Chris, that leaked the videos. It was an attorney for one of the 15 remaining co-defendants. Jonathan Miller, he represents Misty Hampton, one of the 15 co-defendants, just said during this open hearing, during this virtual hearing in open court, that he did leak the videos to at least one media outlet. And so he kind of gave a small preamble, said that in order to make sure that he can sleep at...
Quit being a scared coot and unblock everyone. If you can talk shit from behind the block, be a man and let it come back at you. Pussy. And FK Kendall.
Fuck Kendall. Okay, I'll watch it. Okay, all right, I know. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Oh my God. How long is this? All right. Oh Oh my God. All right. Hold
And
on.
make sure that everybody can kind of rest easy knowing what happened. He said that he did in fact leak them. The judge, of course, naturally asked why he decided to do that. And he said that he believed that two of the defendants, two rather of the people who pled guilty, had to do with his client and actually helped his client. And he basically said that he believed that the public had a right to know.
Blaine, let me
So
just
this
interrupt you
was
if I
during
can
the
for a
course-
second, Blaine, because I'm
Yes.
told we now have the tape of that exact moment. Again, Jonathan Miller, who is the lawyer for one of the co-defendants in this case. Let me play it and we'll pick it up on the other side.
I can go to sleep well tonight. Judge, I did release those videos to one outlet. And in all candor to the court, I need the court to know that.
So I guess the question is, now what?
All right. Yeah. So someone like we know who leaked the Trump lawyer videos, and it was the lawyer of one of the defendants that's like gonna throw Trump under the bus now. I have to pee again really quick, and then when I come back, we're going to watch the video that Jeff Holiday suggested. If you want to know the title of it, you can read it in the chat, what he says the title of it is. I will be right back in 1 minute. Do not go anywhere. I'm serious. Don't go anywhere. I'm serious. Don't go. So patiently, we're going to check out this video that Jeff Holiday suggested we watch. Here it comes.
Boy, has a lot happened. Let me go ahead and read a video that I got from, not video, an email that I got from Brent. Okay, let's go back here. It is entitled... goodness. Let's get back here. Long letter. So much has happened, but it's okay. What's fat and black and retarded all over? Dearest Gail, our brilliant plan was off to a great success. The ideas you brainstormed with your $5 patrons on Friday Night Hangout on Discord were genius. After you made the YouTube video announcing evacuation plans to Antarctica, millions of our fans contacted Church of Gail. As the fans poured in, we informed them of our plot. The plan, of course, was to merely divert Lizzo's attention to Antarctica while we evacuated our citizens into space. With everyone safely taking refuge on our spaceships, we could finish building the protective domes over major cities on Earth in order to protect against Lizzo's bombs. For the past several weeks, your $25 tier patrons, including Rogel Dorn, Akasha, Brad, and Fat Gal, assisted us around the clock, evacuating loyal citizens from all over the world onto the spaceships. Their hard work was paying off, as we were almost finished evacuating nearly every person on the planet. In their heroic efforts, they dodged onslaughts of bombs, which frequently sent them running for cover with gas masks over their faces, as penis clouds erected through the air and turned the skies pink. They fought off evil Jesuit ground agents who blocked traffic, caused petty annoyances on the public transit, and sometimes catcalled them while driving by. They tread carefully around the cities as if in a field of landmines in an effort to avoid icky surprises coming from Lizzo's semen trees, which were heavily pumped full of sperm and AIDS and ready to smear anyone walking by with their nasty contents. These brave men and women will never be forgotten for their actions, as they selflessly saved so many lives. It wasn't until the last moments of our project their luck began to run out. After the final civilian was boarded onto a Church of Gales spaceship, the group decided to celebrate at a local Popeyes.
At a local Popeyes. It always goes back to the Popeyes.
This was a big mistake. A group of half-naked, fat black women, their voluptuous rolls lubed in chicken grease, stormed the Popeyes and took every last $25 tier patron hostage. And they used transporter technology, kind of like you see on Star Trek, to the group. That's what the Lizzo Jesuits did. The group soon found themselves tied up, and ball gagged. That's like this ball in your mouth. Aboard Lizzo's spaceship, effectively prisoners of war. Their true test of bravery was about to be administered. Lizzo paced menacingly about her spaceship living room, her fat, bare feet splatting against the floor and trailing greasy footprints behind in her wake. The living room was decorated with elaborate perversion, as if prepared for a grand sex party. The patrons found themselves surrounded in fuzzy white couches, wall racks full of BDSM gear, and penis-shaped lamps that washed the
penis-shaped lamps
room in a sinful pink glow. Black prostitutes watched from the sidelines like prison guards, ready and waiting to do Lizzo's bidding. Well, well, well. It looks like I got a true captive audience to watch me as I destroy the whole world. Lizzo snatched the ball gag out of Fab Girl's mouth, then pressed her curtains of blackness against Fab Girl's lips and forced her to service Lizzo's overgrown black woman clitoris. It is a known medical fact that black women are more masculinized than their white counterparts due to higher levels of testosterone. This causes them to have penis-sized clitori, and explains why they often look
sounds like the name of a planet, Alpha Clitori.
Like men. Lizzo let out a sigh as she relieved herself sexually. She continued to speak. While y'all be wasting time watching your stupid Gale videos, I've been kinda busy. My team has been assembling a massive ass arsenal of bombs, the biggest you ever seen, as I prepare to settle this war once and for all. Lizzo snapped her fingers, and a hulking black shaboon emerged from the darkness towards Brad. Brad's eyes widened as the black prostitute approached him, his testicles crawling up inside, his abdominal
testicles crawling up inside
cavity in terror as he anticipated what they were about to do to him. His cries were muffled by the ball gag that he had in his mouth as he frantically shook his head no. Enjoy a little brown sugar to celebrate the end of the world, Lizzo cooed, my treat. The black prostitute squatted in front of Brad and busted her ass wide open, inserting his face inside and then rapidly shaking her behind. Brad's face was ferociously motorboated between the thick thunder thighs of Black. His futile protests caught inside his chest as he squirmed and writhed. After several minutes, the black prostitute dismounted his face, leaving him gasping. Rogel Dorn struggled furiously against his restraints. Lizzo motioned for one of the prostitutes to remove his ball gag. Got something to say, Whitey?
Okay, I almost lost
Rogel
it.
spit as the ball gag was removed from his mouth. Your plans are going to fail, Lizzo. Gail is much smarter than you. Splat! A banana shot from the prostitute's anus into Rogel's mouth, gagging him at the back of his throat and preventing him from speaking anymore. Lizzo cackled. Gail is so dumb. She forgot where her car radio was located on the dashboard once and thought it had been stolen. She snapped her fingers, and a pair of black prostitutes loomed in on Akasha. Gail is so dumb, Lizzo continued. She's been using Skype for years and still doesn't know how to toggle between windows to chat between her men. Akasha's eyes darted frantically between the two shaboons. The black tresses lowered their musty-smelling panties, pulled out their penis-sized clitori, grabbed the hulking chunks of their vagina flesh, and began urinating all over Akasha's face. Like a foul version of Jesuit bukkake, Akasha's face was streamed with waterfalls of urine pouring out of the black woman's urethras. Women's urethras. The urine fountained all over Akasha's eyes and nose and trickled down into her mouth. She coughed and sputtered, unable to spit it out due to the ball gag, and was forced to swallow it instead. Unlike the sweet, pure urine of white women so craved by black men and furiously envied by black women, the prostitute's urine tasted like old fish, yeast, and urinary tract infection. Akasha, like the white woman she was left marked and R. Kelly'd. A racist act of being claimed by blacks.
By the way, Jeff Holiday recommended this video.
Gail is so dumb, she forgot men had nipples once, Lizzo rattled off. Gail is so dumb, she tried to marinate raw chicken by setting it out on a living room table for an hour covered in dry rub. Gail is so dumb, she got confused why she couldn't write with her left hand and forgot she was right-handed. Enough, Lizzo, a female voice called from the darkness. Everyone's gaze whiplashed in the direction of the voice to see a young white woman storming into the room. It was Brad's girlfriend. Brad's girlfriend, Amber, was holding a massive horse dildo clutched in front of her like a wobbling baseball bat. Bathed in grease, yeast, and fried chicken crumbs, she appeared as though she had just run through an entire army of black women. Her chest was heaving with exhaustion, her eyes filled with a fiery determination. My angel, Brad muffled through his ball gag. We're not on Martin Luther King Street anymore, Amber war cried. Your black ass is mine. With a feminine roar, Amber smashed the dildo down onto the nappy-headed hoe in front of her.
What the fuck?
Crumbling the woman to the ground. And for your
the founder of Kekistan, Jeff Holiday, for subjecting us to this.
Yeah.
Information.
It's true.
Amber swiped the dildo hard into the black prostitute next to her, hitting her right in the vagina. The black woman grabbed her large clitoris and crumpled to her knees, then fell over defeated. Gail is so smart, she almost would have finished nursing school. Rogel Dorn nodded in validation. She only dropped out because it wasn't interesting to her. Silence, Lizzo screeched. The black prostitute next to Rogel Dorn shoved him down into her yeasty fupa to smother him. Lizzo looked down at Fab Gal, patting Fab Girl's head with a fat black paw before pulling her clitoris out of her mouth. Good job, sugar. Now shut the fuck up and have you some dessert. With a grunt, that was Lizzo's clitoris out of her mouth. With a grunt, Lizzo forcefully ejaculated a banana out of her vagina into Fab Girl's mouth. Damn, Lizzo shook her head. This feminism shit getting old really quick. Ain't no white savior busting in here stopping my rape party. Not today. She snapped her fingers, and an extra thick, extra fat, 98% dark chocolate woman rippled out of the darkness and grabbed Amber underneath her arms. Amber's eyes widened with surprise. She struggled and kicked her legs, dropping the horse dildo onto the floor with a hard, wobbling smack. Two more black prostitutes emerged, bending backwards into a crab pose and gaping their vaginas wide open. Amber's fisted hands were then shoved deep into the two black women's vaginas where their fat closed in and locked her fists inside as though handcuffing her. The giant dark chocolate woman in the back then lifted Amber up by her legs and stuffed her erect clitoris inside.
Okay.
Locking. This is interesting.
This is interesting.
Okay, so this giant dark chocolate woman stuffed her erect clitoris inside of Amber, locking the poor white woman into some kind of twisted devil's triangle. Okay. Yeah, she lifted Amber up by her legs, stuffed her erect clitoris inside, locking the poor white woman into some kind of twisted devil's triangle. Lizzo laughed uproariously. Now this is what I call a party. She whirled to the front of the room, gazing out the spacious front window. Like I was saying, now that I have such a huge arsenal of bombs, I can finally do what I always planned on doing. Bombing the whole world! A periscope dropped down from the ceiling in front of Lizzo.
It's like a movie
its
scene.
handlebars landing into her fat palms. But I ain't dumb. I watched Gail's YouTube channel, and I saw that video of y'all planning to evacuate to Antarctica. Y'all think that's not the first place I would take one big massive dump on with my bombs? Now that I know where all her followers are, I'm going to exterminate them all in one fell swoop, she cackled. Damn. This is almost as dumb as the time Gail ate pure baking yeast to try and inoculate herself against yeast infection, then chased it with sugar and made herself drunk. Oh, by the way, that never happened. I don't know. She's got a big imagination. Let's continue. The periscope vision zeroed in on the content of Antarctica. A view of the vast Arctic landscape flashed up onto the main window screens for everyone to see. Say goodbye, planet Earth, Lizzo smiled devilishly. She aimed the periscope vision to the center of the continent, that's Antarctica, then pressed her fat finger onto the nuclear launch button. High over the vast frozen valleys of Antarctica, an ominous wind loomed. The silver horizons burned orange and then pink, large cotton candy clouds rising over the mountaintops to cover the heavens. The clouds slowly morphed into suspicious phallic shapes all over the continent. Huge, erect penises stiffened perversely into the sky.
Stiffened perversely into the sky. By the way, guys, we're not too far away from 50% of the goal. I think we can do it. If you want to help us get a little closer to this week's goal, please consider helping us out here. We're like, $69 away from the goal. Is that it? So if you're out there and you contribute to help us reach this goal every week, and you're listening right now, and maybe you don't get to watch live all the time, right now is a good time to send me your texts. Do that.
Their testicles swirling like churning storm systems. The pink penis clouds darkened into pulsating purple, glands
pulsating purple,
before suddenly erupting with their hot payloads and exploding like nuclear bombs. Payloads of yeast, allergens, mites, AIDS, and retard gas rained down like nuclear fallout all over Antarctica. The heavy rains poured over the mountaintops and flooded into the valleys below, turning the snow across the entire Antarctic landscape hot pink. With all of Lizzo's bomb loads completely spent, the swirling clouds twisted into flaccid, used-up penises and faded into the glowing skies. Nestled deep inside their snowy dens, all of the animals began to stir. Packs of polar bears from all over the landscape came out to witness what had happened to their habitat, their heads tilting with awe and curiosity as they turned their little black eyes and noses to the sky. Pink snowflakes slowly landed on their snouts. The polar bears sniffed and licked, ingesting the strange fried chicken flavored frost.
Fried chicken flavored frost.
Tasting and smelling the unusual debris, their eyes crossed, their jaws dropped, and every polar bear began to make a deep-throated ree sound. Carefree and happy-go-lucky, the bears began to frolic through the pink snow.
They're not going to... Someone asked why Gail's not forced to live in a facility, because reading weird fan fiction on the internet isn't enough to get you thrown into a facility. Like, look at her living space. It's clean. It's well-maintained. She saves money. She cooks her own meals. She's very functional. She doesn't need a caretaker. And she just stays at home and keeps to herself. She's not forced, there's no reason she should be forced to live in a facility.
Chasing and tackling each other. Herp, herp.
So at what part, while you were getting your master's in psychology, did you learn that this behavior would signify you as clearly not well? Can you share with us your expertise as to what part of your psychological training, because you're clearly an expert, right? That can diagnose people over the internet. What part of your psychological training as a PhD allows you to diagnose someone over the internet based on them reading dumb fan? This is literally she's just reading something someone sent to her right now.
The bears rolled around, shoving each other, bathing their bodies in pink. until their coats took on the hot.
No, it's not self-evident. You are not qualified to diagnose someone. Even if you were like legally qualified to diagnose someone, which I don't think you are. Everyone's an armchair psychologist on the internet. But even if you were, you couldn't diagnose someone without having like a private session with them and giving them an actual evaluation. I mean, what's going on? She's never been arrested. She's never posed a threat to anybody or herself. Compare her to King Cobra or Jared or even Chris Chan up until recently. She lives in a very clean, well-maintained environment. She's thrifty with her money. She her apartment rent went up too high and she moved to another state and was able to facilitate the whole move and everything. She showers, she bathes, she gets haircuts, obviously. She has clean clothes. I don't get why should she live in a facility? What's the criteria? Acting goofy on the internet is what gets you thrown in the facility?
Pink cotton candy color of the snow and the sky. Hee hee, Rogel Dorn giggled. Retard polar bears, cute. Lizzo squinted her eyes, searching deeply with the periscope. Now where is y'all? You did it, guys, Amber smiled. Say what? Lizzo turned around. Fab Gal spat the vagina-soaked banana out of her mouth. That's right, Lizzo, she said. Gail hasn't been making all those videos for us to watch. She knew everyone was being evacuated from planet Earth and wouldn't really be watching any of her videos. That's why all of her content has been about the same Save the Cat book we've heard 100 times. It was all done to trick you. Lizzo's face.
See, she's even laughing at how ridiculous this is. She didn't even write this. I'll tell you what, she's really good at reading things. She's a good out loud reader as far as reading a story. The way she does it, it's really great. But even she cracked up at how ridiculous this is getting. You just saw her. There is a level of self-awareness here.
She went so pale she almost looked white. Ha ha! Gail is smarter than you, Lizzo, Akasha taunted. Only you would be getting distracted watching her writing videos instead of figuring out what she's been planning behind the scenes.
You were saying, well, you got to diagnose somebody to lock them away in a facility against their will, right? That doesn't come without a diagnosis.
Gail knew what she was doing. It's called...
I don't know if she's... she might have some issues, but that doesn't mean she should be, put in a mental hospital if she's not in danger and she's not in danger to other people and she just keeps to herself and the worst she does is say crazy shit on the internet. I don't really see the issue.
An information diet. Ever heard of?
I don't think we should be in a hurry to block people away.
Enough, Lizzo screeched, her stomach gurgling in protest of the very word diet. If none of y'all were ever in Antarctica, then...
This insane shit that she's saying, though, isn't something she came up with. Someone emailed it to her, and she's just reading it, and she's good at putting emotion behind what she reads out loud.
Where did everyone go? A deep rumbling shook the atmosphere. Lizzo flipped back around to the view screen to see what was happening. The Arctic continent was vibrating. The snow rustled and the mountains shook. Flocks of pink snowbirds took off retardedly into flight, fleeing from the impending disaster. That was when deep ice cracks began splintering through the earth and spidered across the wintry landscape. The cracks deepened violently as the continent continued to shake, and like a jigsaw puzzle, all of Antarctica began coming apart. The polar bears reed and growled retardedly, hunching their bodies in frightened confusion as they became stranded onto floating ice blocks. The blocks of what once used to be frozen Antarctica split and drifted, scattering off into the ocean and carrying everything away.
There are Gale audiobooks. They're already Gale audiobooks. There's a few of them.
The vast frozen continent was no more. It's a good thing those bombs didn't go. It's a good thing those bombs didn't go all over the world, Fab Gal observed aloud. The whole world would have literally broken. Lizzo began pulling at her hair in frustration, ripping out her extensions. She jammed her fat fingers onto the nuclear launch button repeatedly, frantically aiming her bombs over the earth, yet it was to no avail. Her entire
Damn, Jesus the Eternal Bridegroom is on audible.com, narrated by Gail Cord Schuler, and it's like $25. That's insane. Jesuit Murder of Abraham Lincoln is another audiobook, and that's only like $7. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a bunch of these Gail Cord Schuler audiobooks on audible.com. I'm looking at them all right now.
entire bomb supply had been dropped onto Antarctica, and with completely empty firepower, her efforts to destroy humanity were now useless. With fury, she whirled around to the sex party living room. Kill them! Kill them! She pointed to the patrons.
As her Gale commandments she follows, there is a video where she has a binder that she wrote down how to live.
Yep.
She's watched by her friends and fans. Just Bro 31.
Yep.
Hordes of black prostitutes stormed down upon the patrons, picking them up one by one and hoisting them off down the corridors. Brad and Amber reached out to hold each other's hands. "This is not how I envision our future," Amber spoke solemnly to her lover, "but it will be an honor to die by your side. You, me, some random people from the internet, and this troop of fat black prostitutes with yeast infections." Brad held back manly tears. "If I die suffocated by an obese black vagina, I'll close my eyes and pretend it's you." Amber's eyes welled up with the romantic sentiment. "This was all worth it for Gail," Akasha yelled bravely. "Do what you will. Piss in my mouth. Bukkake me. Rape me with your clitorises. Shove midgets in my vagina. I'd rather die on my knees than..." She was cut off abruptly as the troop stopped in front of the airlock. "Oh," Akasha sunk, a little spark of disappointment in her voice. A black prostitute slammed the button for the airlock door with her boob. The airlock flew open and a burst of wind flew into the room. Rogel Dorn said his prayers. "Jesus, take care of all my lizards and stuff. I hope they don't forget me. My only regret," Fab Gal gulped, choking down her fear, "is that I never got to meet Gail on her weekly Friday night hangouts for all $5 and up patrons." The black prostitutes,
$5 and up patrons,
lifted up the patrons, molested their asses and genitals one last time with their grubby hands before launching them over the edge, sending them free falling into the ether below. Swoosh, swoosh. Like lightning bolts, the gods Buddha, Triton, Muhammad, Horus, and Lakshmi Supermaned out of the clouds. They gathered up the patrons in their arms and shot away from Lizzo's spaceship. The day was saved. $25 patrons Rogel Dorn, Akasha, Brad, and Fab Gal, with special guest Amber, had saved the world. They had rescued all of humanity and bravely survived Lizzo's sex party. Thanks to all of our efforts, the human
Lizzo's sex parties
race was preserved
the place
in spaceships high above the earth while we drained all of Lizzo's weaponry and built protective domes over our cities to prevent further attacks. I would declare this a battle won and a huge victory for Church of Gael. Now there is some bad news. The obvious bit is that Antarctica is destroyed. We will have to feed the news media a cover story about global warming to hide the fact that this continent no longer exists. We'll just say that it all melted. Speaking of feeding, many retarded pink polar bears have been floating all over the oceans, carried along by ice blocks. In the process of relocating everyone back to Earth, many citizens have found themselves face to face with a yard or living room full of pink polar bears whose ice blocks have washed onto local shores and allowed the bears to invasively spread into locations not commonly inhabited by polar bears. These bears are highly aggressive, very retarded, and very hungry. Additionally, some of the fallout dust on the polar bear's fur can, if ingested, inhaled, or infected through a bite, that can potentially make a person retarded. People are strongly encouraged to stay indoors. Yeah, and I talked with Brent about this. He said you can exercise indoors. And not investigate any strange sounds outside, such as growling or retard noises. For this reason, we have issued a retarded pink polar bear advisory.
Retarded pink polar bear advisory.
Do not attempt to engage the retarded pink polar bears. If you think there might be a retarded polar bear outside, the noises sound kind of like roar or roar, and sometimes a deep baritone. If you hear sounds like that, lock your doors and call animal control. All sightings are to be reported to the Gabriel Chana Fox News channel, or citizens can leave comments underneath Gail's videos to let us know if they've had any close encounters. We'll be watching this situation closely. All of our patrons will be receiving a Medal of Honor on the Gabriel Chana Fox News channel. Amber will be receiving a Purple Heart for her bravery due to the fact that Lizzo's henchmen broke both of her arms while clenching them inside of their vaginas. And he said, I'm glad that you are well and safe. Living alongside you in my invisible Mecha Gale suit
Mecha Gale
has been some of the most wonderful days of my life. The most wonderful day, of course, being the day I received my very first letter from you. See you in bed later, my dear, your husband, Brent Spiner.
Ooh, see you in bed later.
So Brent said that this happened, they got up on Lizzo's spaceship with transporter technology. She had her blacks capture my patrons and get them aboard via transporter technology. People can still exercise indoors, maybe with the windows closed so the bears don't get in. The patrons were taken captive late last night. That would have been probably Thursday the 28th. So, and all of this just happened earlier today. Okay, today's the 29th, September 29th, Friday. He said that I'm definitely safe, but that he's going to be guarding me closely. I asked him, so I said, so this basically, these rules about not walking outdoors basically applies to those outside of the range of the Gale Shield. He said, yes. I asked how far does my Gale Shield go out? He said it covers Huntsville, Alabama, and all of Alabama, but Huntsville is especially strong. He tells me if he sees any pink bears, he'll let me know, and he'll fight them off if he sees one, and he's going to keep me safe. So yeah, that's basically it. So I wanted to send you this news. I'm glad that we were able to get everybody under protective domes. Lizzo is pretty disgusting.
America. Yeah, so that was that video. That was that Gale video. That's something else. That was something. Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. Please give the stream a like. And yeah, we're going to do some other stuff in just a moment here. All right. Yeah. Oh, it's Emo Howling Wolf. Let's see what's up with him. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do emo. I'm going to do a different thing. Let's do something else. Let's do something else. Let's do this.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
God damn it. All right. We are going to check out some stuff. Let's check out this Cobra shit. Oh my God. Oh, Josh.
Retarded pink polar bears.
Yeah, that was gold. Yeah, we're at 45%. Everybody, thank you so much. We're getting there. We'll be at 50% before we know it here.
Fish and cheese.
You know, my last stream that I did like this, my last afternoon stream, got taken down for a bullshit copyright claim. So I got none of the ad revenue from that. So I appreciate you guys coming through and watching and helping out. Please like the stream. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
It's not just soda pop, it's smoking and not brushing his teeth.
Oh, you make such a weird dish. You need some of this seasoning. You need some Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce seasoning. You need some fish, some King Oscar Kipper snacks. And you need some Lucerne or some like nice shredded sharp rustic cheddar cut.
He calls Lucerne cheese Lucerne. Cheese. He used to call it Lucraine, like it was Ukraine with an L.
You want to microwave a small bowl of cheese in the microwave for 2 minutes. And after 1 minute, you want to add your fish to it. Microwave for the second minute. When that cheese is all nice and melted.
All nice and melted tubes.
Put like a little bit of hot sauce and the seasoning in there before you microwave it.
Put a little bit of hot sauce on it, tubes. Oh, it sounds so gross. You hear how slimy it sounds?
Fish and cheese. Fish and cheese. Oh, yeah, man. How long can you make this cheese pull? That is the question, isn't it, Facebook? It is glorious. Would you like some fish and cheese?
That looks so gross.
I like some fish and cheese.
What a weird way. Like, what is he trying to, like, how? Why is he talking like that?
I made fish and cheese. Fish and cheese, Governor. I like canned fish, I like this kind of thing, so it's not actually not as bad as cheese. Fish and
I bet that's no
cheese.
rancid.
Yeah, it's probably ridiculously gross. Like cheese is great, but you can go overboard with the cheese. I remember the first time I saw King Cobra eat, one of the things I thought was really gross that he made, and it was just a bowl of melted cheese. It looked like a bowl of like melted Velveeta.
Cheese.
By the way, we are so close to 50% of the weekly goal. This is awesome because we've only done one official show this week. We can do it. We're going to get it.
Fish and cheese.
Oh.
Fish and cheese.
Fish and cheese. Oh, now he's going to put buffalo sauce on it.
There's the hot sauce you want to use. I only use a small couple of capfuls in the cheese. Just a little bit for heat. And there's the cheddar cheese that I used.
Wow.
To make the fish and
There's the cheddar
cheese.
cheese that I used.
Fish and cheese, you wankers.
Wankers.
And then a little bit of that seasoning on top of there, yes, sir. Fish and cheese.
Why does he
Fish
keep
and
saying
cheese.
it? He's like, fish and cheese, fish and cheese.
Cheese, YouTube, Facebook.
Facebook.
Look at it. I want you to look at it. Fish and cheese. Maybe not a fan of cheese or fish, but I like cheese and I like fish.
Fish and
That's good
cheese.
Fish and cheese. Your fish tacos, but would you put some kind of cheese? Maybe like a white dry cheese? I don't know. Fish and cheese. It looked gross. I don't want any part of it. It's very rare that he cooks something and I'm like, yeah, I guess I would like not hate eating that. Like, it doesn't happen that often though. What is this? Oh, I wanted to watch. This is King Cobra's Christmas album. Let's see what this is all about.
Welcome to the Cobra's Crude Christmas Carol album. The following album contains rudeness, crudeness, foul language. If you're depressed this holiday season, give this album a listen and have a laugh. But you may not want young ones in the room. This
21
album
and
will
up.
surely get you on the naughty list. Ha ha! Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
He started way too early.
These trolls can suck my fucking cock. Rolling a blunt and fucking their mom in the...
Okay, I do want to say though, it's better than the last one he put out already.
What a right time, it's the right time to sock these trolls away. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle.
He doesn't, he has very little sense of rhythmic timing. So he's not anywhere, like he is not synced up with the track at all.
Belly trolls were snorting some rock. Now they can suck my cock
Snorting some rock? I think that it's smoking rock, not snorting.
while I'm rolling a blunt and fucking their of-age sister in the... What a right time, it's the bright time to sock
I'm in
these
the
trolls.
Christmas spurt now. Thank you, Cobes.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, when you're in the Christmas spirit and it involves helping myself with all of these wonderful donos, I'm in the Christmas spirit now because of Cobes, and it's bleeding into you, and now it's bleeding into me.
Away.
I appreciate it.
Oh, jingle bell, jingle bell.
We're so close. We're like $2 away from 50%.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
He has no timing.
Trolls can suck my fucking cock while I roll a blunt, fuck their wife and their of-age daughter in the what a bright time, it's the right time.
They're of-age
To sock these trolls away. Hey, if you jingle my bells, I'll give you a white Christmas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a cum joke.
Stuff a little bit of that North Pole in your
Merry
stocking.
Christmas, Ben.
Oh, thank you so much. And a happy
Sleigh
new
a-rockin',
year.
well, don't come a-knockin'. That's the jingle bell. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle
Okay,
bell
what is he
rock.
doing now?
Rolling a blunt, fucking their mom in the jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Rolling a blunt, cause these trolls can suck my fucking cock. Lick my king cobra, lick my king cobra all night long. Jingle bell, suck my fucking cock. Dashing through pounds of blow in a one-horse open
Dashing through pounds of blow?
sleigh. Over the fields of weed we go, smoking all the way. Cobra's clock tower bells ring, making demonic spirits rise. Oh, what fun it is to sing a song on Easter, not tonight. Ow! Jingle bells, Donald Trump smells. Joe Biden laid an egg, and politics can kiss my ass. Hey.
Hold on. Jingle bells, Donald Trump smells, Biden laid an egg. Something about politics smells. I don't know.
Jingle bells, Donald Trump smells. Joe Biden laid an egg, and politics sucks just like the holidays too. Welcome to Christmas, Dad. Your spoiled rotten kids are upset. They wanted a PS5 or a brand new Xbox, but they got socks instead. Little shits, they're getting coal in their stocking from Santa Claus tonight, and that's just alright. Jingle bells, the coronavirus smells. We need a vaccine, get our asses back to work. Hey, jingle.
So this was probably released like winter of 2020, it seems like, anyway.
Jingle bells, the coronavirus smells. Get our asses back to work, we're sick of 2020. Hey! Silent farts. Silent farts. Coming out of my dirty butthole. Fucking stinks, they blame the dog. Must have been the eggnog, or the ham and the green bean broccoli casserole. Freezing my ass off.
Freezing my ass off.
To warm up. Thank you, Lucifer. I didn't push too hard, or I might have shit my pants. Silent farts coming out of my butthole. Silent farts ripping ass this holiday season, spreading Christmas cheer.
He actually recorded farts for this track. I can hear him ripping ass into a microphone.
The only thing that stinks more than the holidays are my silent but deadly farts. Silent.
For Cobes shitting his pants.
Yeah, thank you so much. Shit, man. We're at 51.83%. Man, I might just stream for like another hour or so and let's get to 60% of the goal. Why not?
Farts, silent farts, coming out of my butthole. Silent farts, oh nasty, nasty farts. It smelled so bad I made the naughty list.
He made a naughty list because
Do you know about all the gangster reindeer?
all the gangster reindeer.
Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. Those names are all pretty fucking stupid. Who the fuck named these reindeer? But do you know
Yo,
the most gangster reindeer of them all?
These gangster reindeer, y'all.
And he had a shiny Tommy gun. And he wasn't happy with the other reindeer. No siree.
No siree, Bob. Nope.
How he got his revenge. And here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed gangster, gangster, had a very shiny gun. And if you ever saw it,
He has no sense of rhythm.
you would even say it sprays bullets.
I don't know,
All of
yeah.
The other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph.
He's ahead. He starts too early and he's ahead of the timing of the song.
Joining any racketeering games. And one foggy Christmas Eve, Rudolph got drunk on some eggnog. And this
Yeah, I'll probably check out. I mean, I have the Angry Video Game Nerd games, so why not?
for their shit. So we grabbed their Tommy gun and made that Christmas Eve kiss. Now all the other reindeer are dead in a puddle of blood. Now Rudolph's on the run, trying to avoid the
He had to find a sample of a machine gun.
They caught Rudolph and threw him in jail, 22 life. Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your gun so bright, why did you shoot my sleigh deer tonight? To which Rudolph said, they're fucking assholes. They made fun of me. They wouldn't let me do anything. Fucking losers. I hate them. Fucking bullshit. To which Santa said, how the fuck am I gonna fly my goddamn sleigh now? I got no fucking reindeer. This is bullshit. To which Rudolph said, pull some magic out of your Christmas stocking, you fat bastard. Well, that's it. Rudolph made Santa's naughty list for life. And now Rudolph decided, seems how he's stuck in jail forever, to just kill himself in prison because he doesn't want to face the death penalty or the electric chair. Rudolph the red-nosed gangster, you'll go down in history. Fuck mass shootings and fuck our snowflake society.
Fuck mass shootings.
Frosty the Stone Snowman was a jolly and happy soul with the corncob pipe stuff.
He's rushing through it. He's going so much faster. Like, if he wants to go this fast, he should speed up the track.
And a button nose and coals for eyes. Frosty the Stone Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made out of snow, but the people know how he came to life one faithful Easter night day. There must have been some magic in an old Rasta beanie hat made of
Ava Grande.
For when they placed it upon his head, he began to dance around and smoke pot. Oh, Frosty the Stone Snowman was alive as he could be, and the people say he could laugh and play, smoke weed and play video games and eat Doritos just the same as you and me. Frosty the Stone.
I just needed a breather. All right, back in.
Was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe stuffed with weed, a button nose and coals for eyes. Frosty the Stone Snowman is a fairy tale they say.
He's way off time in all of them. What are you talking? He's way off time on all of them.
He was made of snow, but he came to life one faithful Easter night day. There must have been some magic in an old hemp spun Rasta beanie cap placed it upon his head, he began to dance around and smoke pot.
He began to dance around and smoke pot.
Frosty the Stone Snowman knew the sun was hot that day to grow his weed anyway, so he said, let's run so we don't get caught and we'll have some fun. Now before I melt away, Frosty the Stone Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye saying, don't you cry, no Christmas weed be back next year. Frosty the Stone Snowman was a jolly happy soul.
To dance around.
Stuffed with weed, a button nose and two coal eyes.
Cobes has put out like 20 albums or something like that. This is just one of many of them. He's put out so many. Like, he'll put out like 2 a year.
There must have been some magic in that old hemp hat, but when they placed it upon Frosty's head, he got stoned.
He's doing like the William Shatner talk over the music, but William Shatner has a sense of rhythm, and King Cobra doesn't.
Really fucking stoned. Hey Frosty, you got the munchies? Yeah man, you got any carrots? I think it's the end of the song. Whoa, dude. That's some good Christmas bud. Man, where'd you get this weed at? That's
Is he
like
trying to
this-
do like Cheech and Chong style skits in between the songs? Is that what he's doing right now?
No, man, is all like smoking pot out of a corncob pipe and like, dude. And he's like talking and stuff. What? Yo, that's no.
You hear all the like background noise like in the recording here? He needs to have some kind of compressor or noise gate or something.
Man seems pretty chill.
It sounds like there's a fan running in the background. Maybe he has a loud computer. Maybe he had like an old computer with a really loud fan on it or something.
Oh, Christmas tree, your buds are so fucking dank. Not only when I load you in the bong or in my glass pipe too. Oh, Christmas bud, your weed is so fucking tasty. You made me cough my ass off, and now I got the fucking munchies.
Okay, this one is more tolerable. I think it's because the rhythm is easier.
Mouth with some tasty fucking eggnog. Oh, Christmas bud, you're so dank when I smoke you. Not only in the summer when it glows, but in the winter and we watch the smoke blows out our mouth.
One of his problems is that he tries to fit too many syllables in one line, and the syllables in each line have to fit with the rhythm of the music, you know, and he's not doing that.
Christmas bud, oh Christmas bud, you're getting us stoned off our ass. Yo, I think I'll do a fat dab next. Oh Christmas bud, you get me fucking ripped off my ass. Gonna cure my cotton mouth with some eggnog. And good bud, man.
Good bud, man. Whoa, that's like awesome bud, man.
Off my ass. My eyes are redder than Rudolph's nose, and I'm more jolly than Santa Claus. Oh, Christmas bud, you get me fucking baked. Hey, man.
Could you imagine King Cobra trying to like ferment his own eggnog, make an
Everything
eggnog
is in
mead?
4/4 and somehow he's in 6/8 timing.
Yeah, that's true. 6/8 timing.
Hey, I rolled this fat blunt. You want to smoke it? Fuck yeah, dude. What's in it?
Fuck yeah, man. Let's do it, bro.
Man, fuck yeah. Spark that shit.
Spark up that doobie, bro.
Dude, holy shit. God damn, man. That's some good shit.
Like, goddamn, man.
Oh, Christmas bud, you get me stoned off my ass.
So much talent. How does talent like this get overlooked?
Dude, stop. What? You can't say why. Why not? That's racist, bro. Fucking 2020. You know what? Fuck this. I got a song. I'm not dreaming of a snowy Christmas because snow really fucking sucks. Especially if you're old. You don't want to slip on the ice.
Oh my god.
Because it doesn't feel so nice. I'm not dreaming of a snowy Christmas because snow really fucking sucks. 3 to 4 layers of coats on, and I'm still freezing.
Here's my eggnog mead tubes. I took a bunch of raw eggs and let them ferment with yeast and sugar and honey in my closet. That's what he'll do. He'll just pour a bunch of raw eggs and like stir them up and then put wine-making yeast and a ton of sugar and honey and maybe some energy drink in it too.
My balls off. I'm not dreaming of a snowy Christmas because this cold is getting old. Trying not to catch a cough or the flu. My fingers are frozen and they're blue. Must have been the frostbite. Fuck, I hate them cold nights. I'm not dreaming of a snowy Christmas because snow really fucking sucks. Freezing my ass off. I want some hot cocoa or a cup of coffee or maybe some apple cider.
That sounds great.
Trying to be a fighter, fighting that wind. Walking down to the gas station or the liquor store for a pack of smokes and some booze. Wind hitting
This is Cobra at his most pure, you see.
me in the face, keeping me frozen in place. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not dreaming of a snowy Christmas. I fucking hate.
Yeah, that would be funny if they played this like during Christmas at the local shopping mall and people are like Christmas shopping at the mall and they're playing this shit. You know, we have in the town I live in, Bellevue, Washington, there's they have a Christmas parade during the winter every day. From Thanksgiving. It used to go from Thanksgiving until New Year's. I don't know if it does that anymore. I think it just goes from Thanksgiving until like the day after Christmas. But it's literally it's called Snowflake Lane. And it's so weird that they do the same parade every day for at least an entire month. And they should play this. They should play this over the loudspeaker and have like all the choreographed dancers like they do.
Freezing my balls off. My nipples are hard enough to cut diamonds. Snot frozen to my face. Cold and shivering in my place. I'm not dreaming of a snowy snowbank. Fuck that. I'm not dreaming.
It's bad traffic for when it goes on. I think it goes on for like 1 to 2 hours. So it's funny because it doesn't snow very often here. So they have these machines that make fake snow, and it's actually soap. It's like soap suds, like big clumps of bubbles that kind of looks like snow.
Of a snowy Christmas. Fuck the snow. Well, now the lack of sex is giving Santa a bad attitude. And you know why? Because Mrs. Claus is on menopause. That's why Santa's only allowed to come once a year.
What?
Well, he sees you when you're sleeping. He thinks you look good in your night dress. He wants to caress you, so be naughty for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout, cause no one will believe you, and I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming on the town. He works his ass off all year. He tried fucking his reindeer. That's why Rudolph's nose is so red. He put that elf on the shelf and went to town. But it just wasn't good enough. And now he tried to make it work with Mrs. Claus. But they have marital issues, so that's just how it goes. And now he's going through a dry spell. He wants someone to jingle his bells. And that's why Santa only comes once a year. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout, cause no one will believe you, and I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming.
Here in the Seattle area, we have a fake alpine Bavarian village here in the mountains that not everyone, but a lot of people go to during Christmas, and it snows a lot up there and everything. And it looks like an old Bavarian village, but it's really not that old, but it's made to look that way. This is what it looks like. You know, like the buildings look like this, surrounded by mountains. And it snows a lot up there, and they do a lot of Christmas type activities. There's a Christmas store, like this huge 2-story Christmas store that's open all year round. They decorate with lights and that kind of shit. It's cool during the summer too. It's scary to try to get there during the winter because you got to drive over the snowy mountains to get there. They just installed this alpine roller coaster up there too, that I guess these are popular in Germany. And there's just like a ton of German restaurants. Like, look, you can get like the big ass pretzel. Looks like some grilled Brussels sprouts, which I like. Some people don't like Brussels sprouts, but I do. Yeah, it's a really cool town.
To help out with Santa's divorce procedure.
Coming on the town. Have you made his ho-ho-ho list? He might use his fist. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming on the town.
Beautiful.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me one pissed off mother-in-law and a fucking black eye. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 divorce papers, a grumpy mother-in-law, and a fucking black eye. On the third day,
Oh my God, he's going to do all 12 days of Christmas.
Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 ungrateful kids. 2 deep.
I hated being forced to sing Christmas carols in music class at school because we did that and they forced us to learn songs, and this song was very long. It's a very long song. It's very repetitive.
Divorce papers and a grumpy mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 STDs, that cheating slut, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a judgmental mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 reasons she hates me, 4 STDs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a grumpy mother-in-law and a black eye.
I always get worried when he says that. Like, what's he
Day
doing?
of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons she hates me, 4 STDs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me her bitchy sister coming over for a visit. 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons she hates me, 4.
It's like what he's kind of doing is the 12 pains of Christmas. He's almost doing his own version of that. I'm pretty sure the 12 Pains of Christmas was a song that was created by a guy that we've had on the show a bunch of times, Andrew Rivers. His dad, I think, created that song, the 12 Pains of Christmas, if anyone's ever heard that before.
CDs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a grumpy mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Yeah, Bob
My
Rivers.
computer got a virus from her watching porn.
Okay.
Her bitchy sister, 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons she hates me, 4 STIs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me excessive nagging,
excessive nagging
on my computer, her bitchy sister, 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons she hates me, 4 STIs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 creeping cousins, now my house is full, 9 nagging, 8 a computer virus, 7 her sister coming over, 6 reasons to drink.
Yeah, this one's very bad.
5 reasons she hates me, 4 STIs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a reason to drive off a cliff, 10 creeping cousins, 9 on the nagging, 8 on the computer virus, 7 her bitchy sister, 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons she hates me, 4 STIs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. On the 12th.
Cobra has never had a mother-in-law, okay? Like, he doesn't know. I mean, like, he's not speaking from experience.
Day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 bullets through the chest.
Wow, terrible. 12 bullets through the chest? What the fuck?
10 creeping cousins, 9 nagging, 8 a computer virus, 7 her bitchy sister, 6 reasons to drink, 5 reasons.
I don't think you need one reason to drink.
She hates me, 4 STIs, 3 ungrateful kids, 2 divorce papers, and a pissed off mother-in-law and a black eye. Now
I keep thinking he's going to say in a black guy, but he says in a black eye.
she's in jail,
Like, huh.
facing 30 how she's spending Christmas behind iron bars. They say she hated her husband and now her husband's dead. Merry fucking Christmas, you crazy fucking assholes. Happy fucking holidays. Yeah.
Yeah. What's next? That was such an abrupt ending, not even a fade out.
Oh, she suck on my chestnuts. La 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 la. Won't you be my mistletoe?
What is this? The editing on this is atrocious. What?
Ho 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 ho. La 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 la. Alright, this is some good eggnog, man. I'm feeling tipsy. Hey, you over there. Yeah, you're kind of cute. Why don't you come over here and sit on Santa's lap? My North Pole. Yeah. Hey, can I tie these sleigh bells to your wrists and ankles and jingle you in my bed? Deck the halls with my balls deep in Holly's age pussy. Fa la 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 la. Cheers to
I don't think someone else produced this. I think I think he downloaded the karaoke tracks for these and he's just singing them, and maybe he edited them with a digital audio program. Digital audio workstation, they like to call it. That was very short. He has some that are like ridiculously long, and that seemed like it was just about a minute or so.
Is full of gloom. We're gonna kill rapists and sex offenders and show them doom. Killing pedophiles, and it's so delightful. These sick fucks should be frightful. Gonna watch their blood spray like snow. Fuck the snow.
He's got to let you all know how much he hates sickos. He made this on a lathe. Yeah, he made it on a lathe while wearing several necklaces and reaching over it while it's spinning.
Eyes up stopping when these rapist bodies start dropping. Got some corn for popping, we're gonna pop their eyeballs like grapes.
Got some corn for popping.
Take a sawed-off shotgun and blast them in the spine.
Kaboom! Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Watch their blood squirt and rain down like snow. Fuck the snow, it's really
Fuck sickos.
Fuck pedophiles and fuck rapists too. Gonna kill them for Christmas and stuff them in a shallow grave. Dunk their body in acid.
Jesus Christ. It's like a confession.
Now I'm not scrubbing blood off the walls or the carpets. They can kiss their lives goodnight.
It's like a full walkthrough on his premeditated plan.
Oh, how I hate to end it so quickly.
I like how it's all jazzy too. It's a song about killing PDF files, and it's all jazzy.
But I gave that trigger a tight squeeze. Popped off a couple of rounds with ease. Grabbed a gas-powered chainsaw and went Leatherface. Killed them right in their place. Killing sex offenders this holiday season. Fuck the snow, and fuck the sex offenders too.
Fuck the sex offenders too.
Well, the weather outside ain't looking so delightful. These sex offenders better be frightful. Killing sex offenders this Christmas Eve. Only one gonna grieve is their fucked up family.
I just picture someone rocking out on the upright bass.
Killing sex offenders this holiday season. Grab a bat of acid and dissolve them to bones. White House.
What, you don't dig it, Magicus?
Nuts roasting by
You don't dig it?
fires, 'cause I have them
You don't
tied
dig
up on a cord, melted silver
these
on their
groovy
balls.
sounds? Magicus? Daddy-o? You don't dig this? You don't want to, like, snap your fingers at it? Damn. You don't appreciate high art, my friend. You'd rather play with your magic cards instead of enjoying real art. Not surprising. Go eat some Wendy's.
Killing pedos, and fuck the snow. Watching these sick fucks as they're slowly dying. Killing pedos is fun and I ain't lying. Fuck the snow, fuck pedophiles too. Well, they can kiss their lives goodnight. It should be full of frights. We're gonna spray their guts all over the wall. Now what's become for them a nightmare before Christmas. Well, the weather outside is kinda cold. These sick fucks ain't gonna live to be old. Fuck the snow, and fuck pedos too.
Okay.
Alright. Please help me welcome our next guest. You might know him from the YouTube channel. Please help me welcome my dummy, Sean.
Sean is making a cameo appearance.
Hey, Sean, how's it going? Fuck you! Aren't you just pleasant on this holiday season?
It's really easy to be a ventriloquist when it's audio only. You could be the world's greatest ventriloquist when there's just audio and no video.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, you were a ball of laughs, aren't you, you little
Ventriloquist.
So, Sean, I got a favor to ask. What? Could you help me read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas"?
No.
Why? Because the fans want to hear it. Oh, you're doing your Crew Cobra's Christmas album. Shit. This is so dumb. Why? Come on, Sean. Fine. 'Twas the night before Easter North, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, if you got mice, you might want to get a cat or an exterminator, Sean. What? The stockings all hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas would be there and good old Krampus wouldn't steal their souls. Speaking of stealing souls, let me have yours, Sean. What?
What is going on with Sean?
Soon be there. The people were nestled all safe in their beds. Fuck that!
Ventriloquist, bud.
Sean. What? While visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Yeah, sugar plums my ass, Sean. What?
Sugar plums my
You probably
ass.
should put out some good shrooms, man. Sean, what? And the madam of the house and her handkerchief and her nightcap. She has settled down.
It's not a handkerchief, it's a kerchief.
And a delicious nightcap. Oh my God, Sean. But out through the lawn came the sound of hooves. There across such a clatter. I sprang from my bed before I thought it was a burglar whose skull I had to shatter. Oh my God, Sean. What? Away from the window, I flew like a flash. I had too much Christmas food, so to the bathroom I had to dash. Oh my God, Sean, did you have to fart? Yes! And I threw up in a sash for too much eggnog and liquor had been consumed. And oh shit, our kidneys were doomed! Oh my God, Sean, you're just as bad. This whole fucking album is so messed up! That's not the point, Sean. Can we just finish this? I suppose. The moon shone brightly on the snow for it had fallen. Cold weather upon us. Grab a jacket! Yeah, no shit. When what do my wandering eyes see should appear? But a sleigh held by some gangster-ass reindeer with a little old truck.
He was talking about gangster-ass reindeer
So
earlier.
lively and quick. And these trolls, they can suck my dick! The rapid, then Eagles, as coarse as they came, as he whistled and shouted and called them by name. What are their names? Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen.
And Blitzen.
I thought I was now douchebag Cancer. Prancer's too much. Feign, vomit, stupid, dumbass, and blissed out of his ass. I don't know.
Lucid stupid. That's Chris Chan's new thing. Lucid stupid. Lucid stupid.
Now dash away all. That sounds like breaking and entering. Shut up, Sean. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly. Oh, now there's a hurricane on top of the snowstorms. Some really shitty weather. Sean, I swear. You asked me to do this album, asshole. So I'm helping you do it. Helping me do it. That just doesn't sound right. Fuck you. When they met with an outside glance, they said, fuck it, do we give the weather a chance? Fuck no! It's too cold, stay indoors! Mount the sky. Wait, what about mounting the sky? How the fuck do you fuck air? Okay, Sean, did you really have to take it to that level? Yes, I did! Oh my god. So up on the housetop, the courses they flew with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas.
Okay, alright. Okay, I think I'm done, even though there's still some left. I've had enough. I've had enough. I need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back in just a moment here, and we'll continue, because we got to keep that tip train rolling now. We got to get to 60%. I know we can do it. I'll be right back. Just wait just a couple minutes. I'll be back. Enough of that. Enough of that shit. Enough is enough is enough is enough. Tired of this. I'm so tired of this. Let's see here. What we got?
This was a Biden indictment. Even that stupid trial going on in New York, which has been totally discredited. Everybody's been discredited. That's all comes out of the White House. That's to discourage people from voting. That's to hurt us. The only difference is
you discouraged your own people from voting because you said it was rigged.
we have a big voice. But every time I'm indicted, I consider it a great badge of honor because I'm being indicted for youth.
And that is former President Trump speaking at a rally in South Florida on Wednesday night on his ongoing legal issues with President Biden's Department of Justice and Democrat.
It almost looks like she has bed hair. Like she just woke up and got dressed and went to work.
Prosecutors. The 45th president currently in the middle of a civil trial in New York in which he and his children and the Trump Organization are being sued by the state's Attorney General, Letitia James, for $250 million over accusations that they misled banks and others about the value of their assets. James has been front and center at the trial, appearing in the courtroom and holding news conferences at the end of the day, even as violent crime continues to plague everyday New Yorkers. During James's tenure as AG,
oh, I see where they're going with this. They're like, they're so concerned with Donald Trump and what crimes he's committing, but they're letting crime run rampant through the streets of Manhattan.
Big Apple over a 2-year period. While the city saw a 214% spike in anti-Semitic crimes last month amid Israel's war against the Hamas terrorists. Joining me right now in this Sunday Morning Futures exclusive.
Oh, yeah, it's Biden's DOJ. A bunch of them were appointed by Trump at some point.
Is President Trump's attorney, Alina Habba.
Oh,
Alina,
God.
thanks very much for being here today.
Oh, God.
Thanks for having me. So we just heard from the AG, Letitia James, talking about this trial. Mm-hmm. She comes out and talks a lot, but President Trump is not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, we have a gag order currently against certain
So why are you on this? Are you a shitty lawyer or what?
Issues that we can't speak to, and we've seen this on many cases of his. You know, Jack Smith has moved for the same thing.
So, Trump just wants his lawyer to be like an attractive woman with nice hair and everything. Is that what he's looking for in a woman? Is that basically his thing?
And it's really, it's
you'd have to be crazy to be Trump's lawyer at this point, by the way. Because he would stab you in the back. There's a good chance you can end up going to jail for being his lawyer.
First Amendment right. He's also a leading candidate. He has a right to speak. He should speak about anybody and anything that he sees that's corrupt. But even I have a limited gag order.
You have been complaining about the judge's clerk, and you say that the judge is compromised and the clerk appears compromised. Tell me why.
Well, I actually can't tell you why because I'm gagged.
Right.
I can tell you that, we'll be filing papers to address all of those issues. And the fact that, frankly, Maria, I can't even discuss it with you. And I'm his spokeswoman. I'm his attorney.
He went from Rudy Giuliani being his lawyer to her.
As a lot about what the judicial system, the state of our judicial system right now.
I think I did see that there were donations that the clerk had given, very supportive to the Democrats. That was one issue. Are you going to file to get a mistrial?
Yes.
When will you do that? Today?
Soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Okay. And how would that change things? Then you go from day one, you start over again.
The problem is with all of these things, such as filing a motion for a recusal, which we've done twice, is that this judge has to be the one that decides, is he going to recuse himself? Does he feel that...
Are you supposed to be talking about does the gag order apply to talking about the judge?
There was a mistrial. It's a bench trial. We have one judge, and it's the same judge that issued the gag order that has to make...
So should you be talking trash about the judge that issued the gag order? Is that a good idea?
Make those determinations. So at this point, I don't have any reason to believe he shouldn't after what we've learned, if it's true. But I will tell you that it's concerning when he is the arbiter and the decision maker of some of these issues.
These accusations that he overvalued his assets, what kind of third-party people did you have, or did Donald Trump have, in terms of doing their own evaluation? Because, I mean, when you go to get deals, you have to get auditors to okay the valuations that you put in, right? Did he have auditors to do that?
He had an accounting firm to put together what's a compilation. The compilation they were involved with, they were there all the time communicating with the Trump organization. They put their stamp of approval on it. And then there was this disclaimer that everybody always puts on and says, hey, do your own work. The disclaimer is very important. Remember, there was nobody harmed. These are sophisticated lenders, Deutsche Bank, major establishments with all kinds of regulations, KYC, FEC regulations. These people take somebody's numbers. They don't use them. They do their own due diligence. And they weren't harmed. They were paid on time. They were paid with interest. They made money. But Letitia James is putting her nose into private companies and private individuals' work, which is not what's meant to happen. And the law that she's using is a consumer fraud law so that she can establish some way to have control, to not have a jury, to do certain things in this case that are nonsensical and shouldn't be happening. And we've been fighting it all along the way. The problem we have is the judge is the one that's going to make those decisions, and he's proven himself to be quite motivated by the other side.
And you think he's compromised as well?
I'm not going to speak to that, but we'll see.
Yeah. The president's children have testified. That's right. Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric Trump as well. Don Jr. is speaking again tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
What have they been asking the kids? And tell me how they fit into all of this.
They don't fit into all of this. What have they been asking the kids? It's very simple. They'll ask the kids, did you give a value to somebody? Did you do something? And everybody said resoundingly, no, the kids were not involved. I believe that when they crafted this complaint, they looked at their titles and they looked at, frankly, PR. And if you patch in the kids, it's more days that Letitia James can go out there and speak. It's more press for her, and it's more of an impact. Radical left liberals don't really care about facts. They don't care about law. They care about making statements. And these kids did nothing wrong. They should not be in this case. Ivanka's already out of the case. The boys should not be in the case. Their testimony was direct. And they just want to make it as if there was some sort of corruption and some sort of conspiracy. There was none. There was an accounting firm, there were lawyers, and there were sophisticated lenders that all did their job, and nobody got harmed. Yeah. But Miss James wanted a headline. She campaigned on this, remember, before she was even the attorney general. That's how she got the attorney general role. Yeah. She campaigned on Trump, so she had to follow through. And she should really dismiss this case. It's making her look bad, frankly. And
someone's playing with their mic.
Needs her attention.
Someone is putting on a mic that they don't know is on right now, off camera, and you can hear them like fumbling with it.
And elsewhere.
Alina, we're going to be waiting and watching for your filings for a mistrial, likely later today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Jam.
Taylor Swift is one of the most popular pop singers of our day. People have been experiencing amnesia going to her concerts. Her views on karma, as well as family and marriage, are extremely troubling. But one of the things that I'm going to highlight in this video is also things that come from her Willow video song that deals with spells and witchcraft. Now, she released her first lead single in 2006, being only 17 years of age. And her album came the same year, which reached right away number 5 on the US Billboard 200. She's been compared to Madonna, Prince, and Spice Girls, Beyonce, and Beatles. According to the report from a music industry publication, 4 of her albums have already surpassed 500,000 mark in equivalent units sold in the US just in 2023. Her ongoing Eras tour is on the track to become the highest grossing tour ever by a female artist, with a Billboard box score projecting $591 million in ticket sales. In fact, she sold about 1,100,000 186, 314 tickets for her
And
shows,
Beatles.
and there's still more to come. These numbers only reflect half of 2023. Now, what is her spiritual upbringing? What are some of the beliefs?
I don't want to mention it, but we all know there's something going on here
That she has, and as well as what is this thing that's happening with her shows and some of the demonization that is being portrayed through her music and her show. Now, I am not one of those people that sees a demon behind every single bush or every single incident or an artist. I understand a lot of these artists, they are spiritual but not religious. They're more of in new age. But we must understand we live in a day and age where Satan will use entertainers and he will use artists.
It's only today's day and age.
Who will go to a certain level of fame, and then through that, he will spread his propaganda and begin to influence a young generation, even if it's just to desensitize them toward particular Christian values.
This is vigilant Christian philosophy here.
Values and standards. Now, it's fairly clear that Taylor Swift grew up in a culturally Christian environment. She attended Alvernia Montessori School, a preschool and kindergarten ran by the Bernardine Sisters, which had been the ministry of Alvernia University until it was closed in 2014. Her parents ran a Christian tree farm, and there's other references in her biography to indicate there was some Christian practice in her early music to believe in God. Now, her 2008 song, In Christmas, Something Must Be More, and she pretty much kind of bashes the whole idea how there's a lot of commercialism that is taking place and crowds the heart of Christmas. The lyrics include the following. It seems the last thing on your mind, it's the day holds something special, something holy and not superficial. So here is to Jesus Christ who saved our lives. In her early 2020 documentary, Miss Americana, Swift explicitly identified.
All right, yeah, I can't watch this guy anymore. Fuck this guy. Yep, don't like it. Don't like it. Hard pass. Hard pass. That guy, I can't. I just can't. I'd rather listen to another Cobra album. Another Cobra album would be more fun to watch than listen to this guy talk about Taylor Swift. We know this to be true. Oh, yeah. God damn it, pal. Ha ha ha. What do I do here? God damn it, pal. Witchcraft. Yeah, Taylor Swift was trying to indoctrinate children into witchcraft and Satanism. We've heard this same thing so many times. It's like what Vigilant Christian Mario used to always cry about in his videos. Sometimes he'd literally cry, you know? All right. Time to do a round of the bowling. We're gonna have some fun. Do a little bowl. Someone said they miss Mario. Wow, that's new. I'll be able to read the chat and everything too, so please don't be shy. Please send in your donos and everything still. I'm just going to play a round of bowling. We'll see how good I do. Let's check it out. All right. All right. All right. Shit. So, there's still like sticky stuff all over this mic from Riley. Let me make sure this mic is working good. Yeah, it is. Okay. These headphones are kind of crap, but yeah, here I am. You get to see me. You get to see me stand up. Huh. It's from those bunny stickers. Oh, God, that pin is always the one. That's always the same one for me. Yeah. Let's see if I can make this happen. Ah, no, it's a split. I always do this shit. All right. Ah! Terrible. I'm doing terrible. Oh, I got 8. Oh, shit. It's funny because I leave the chat up so that I can still read the chat, but then no one chats, so. There, finally got something. Huh. It's not necessarily the best content, but it's like, hey, I can do it, so why not do it? You know? Ah! Huh. Oh, I need to become a hot tub streamer. I bet some of those people that do the hot tub streams probably just have like a 1-bedroom apartment and they set up the hot tub in their living room. Ah! All right, I could probably pick this one up. Nope. I was trying to hit them both. Oh, yeah, I just got $5. Bobby Two Hands, thank you so much. You get to see me actually stand on my feet. I'm not doing good, though. I need to figure out... I do way better when I play without an audience, strangely enough. Yeah, I have legs. Look at these legs. Ah. I'm Legolas. No legs. There. I am way fitter than Sturgis. Look at me. I've also lost like almost 30 pounds. Crazy how that works. And he's like, this fat guy, he's one of the fats. He's one of the fats, bud. Ah, finally, something good for once.
Finish.
That was the end of the game. Not a good score. I have a goal to get over 200. I've done it before, but I got to throw a few strikes in a row. Get like a good 3 or 4 strikes in a row. Billy is only here for like the actual DP episodes. This is just a stream where I watch some videos and hang out and try to get the goal moving a little more and, you know. Ah, I thought I would hit that other one. God damn it. There you go. So Billy is not here, nor is he available right now. He'll be here tomorrow. Oh, barely, but got it. Oh! Damn, that one pin mocking me. That one pin. Yeah, people love their DMCAs. I mean, people... Since that's been a thing, that's always been a way that people try to shut other people up. Like, DMCAs are just something people do when they get hurt on the internet. The only time I've ever DMCA'd something is when, like, people would take, like, private stuff, like Patreon stuff or other stuff I have behind a paywall, and they would just re-upload it onto YouTube, and then, like, I would sometimes take down just, like, re-uploads of stuff that wasn't edited or, like, had commentary over or anything like that. But, I mean, it's a lot of work to do that anyway. You have to, like, sit there and fill out all these forms and shit. So it's usually not that big of a deal. I am getting more strikes here than usual. Yeah! Double! Tommy Sodomizer. Yeah. Yes! 3 in a row. A turkey. We got the turkey. Oh, damn it. That's the game. Oh, that's a way better game. I got a 216. You know, getting a little better with a little more practice. Try again. Let's do another one. Donos are still open, by the way. Don't forget about the Jared donos. $4, $12, $22, $32, $42, $52, $62, $72, $82, $92, and $102. The more you pay, the longer they get. Ah, man, that pin ruins it for me a lot of times. There we go. If I get another turkey, well, I'll try. I don't know if I can, but I'll try. There's the second one. I'll probably blow it here, though. Knowing me, I'll probably blow it when the heat is actually on. Oh, see? I knew it. I knew it. It is what it is. That one pin is like my... It always ruins shit for me. God damn. One pin away. Too much. Too much on that. Ah, now I have an open frame. That sucks, dick. There we go.
5 for trying.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I tried. Ah, on the other side. Those bastards. Ugh. There we go. Boop. We're at 55% of the goal. This has been a great stream so far. Nope. I'm losing it now. I had it for a minute there. There we go. Keeping it alive. By the way, if you use the Brave browser and you have bats, feel free to send those my way too. Bats just went up in value recently here. There we go. Killing it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Turkey. Got the turkey this time. Hell yeah. Oh, they robbed me on that last one. Finish. Bastards. There we go. Getting a little bit... My score on the last game was better, though. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. I will say it is weird to play this with, like, headphone wires hanging off of me and everything. Oh! That pin almost stayed up. That piece of shit pin. I hate it. Ah! Hate it. Whack. Got it. Yeah, that pin is like the worst thing for me. Like if I get a 9, it's usually always that pin. Got it. Got it. Another turkey. Getting those turkeys, racking up the turkeys. Got it. 4-bagger. Nope. Not this time. Spared it though. Got it. Oh. Holy shit. It's intense. Nope. I'm surprised that there's only one, though. Oh, no, it's 8 pins. Son of a bitch. Got it. Probably have a pretty good score from this one. Okay, so now it's the 10th frame. Crucial frame. Oh, that... Ah! All right. My last chance at a strike. One last strike here to cap off the game. Oh! Ah! Got it. My best game today, 226. So that's not bad. Moving back over to my usual spot. I wish I could really bowl that good. Let's fix a few things here. I was playing Stick of Truth last night on my other stream. It was really late at night. There was like nobody around. There were some people around, but it was like pretty dead. Here we go. Boom. There we are. We're back. Bowling. Bowling. It was a fun time. Yeah, in real bowling, I'm lucky to break 100 because I only play a couple times. I only play like maybe once a year at most. You know, I find like I do good at bowling. Usually like 2 drinks in on my second game, I usually bowl pretty well. But then if I drink more or like start to get tired, I'll bowl worse. My first game is usually really bad because I'm like trying to figure out how to bowl again because I never bowl. So when I do, I'm like kind of learning how to do it all over again, like how the physics of it works and everything. Well, if you notice, I was playing the straight ball. I was not bowling with a hook. You can do that, but I was just bowling the straight ball. Why not? So. Shit, I'm so glad to have a capture card again. Like a good capture card that works well. Because I can just plug my consoles in and play them that way. I can hook up my Wii to this new capture card. It's a lot more manageable where I have it now. The other one was on the other side of the room, and I had to get up to do something about it. Yeah. Yeah, 120 in real bowling would be a good score for me. Well, shit. We got to 55% of the goal. I don't know if we're gonna get anything more. Let me see something here. Okay. Guys, one way you could be really helpful to the show is if you've seen anything cool on the internet that you think we might want to watch on the show, you should go into the Discord and drop it in there. There's a bunch of bins, basically, for lack of a better term, where you can drop content, and that's where I usually look when I'm setting up a show. You can just go there and just drop stuff in there, and I'll look through it. All the $25 plus patrons, you have like a special room you can drop shit into where I usually look there first. Honestly, some of the best stuff I get comes out of there. So, but we could always use new ideas and you know, that kind of stuff. I was looking around to see if there was anything else I could grab really quick to keep the stream going longer, but I wasn't finding anything right away. You know, it's like Trump did this, Trump did that, and so like as far as news goes, it's like Trump and wars, like Israeli-Palestinian wars, and that's all just like sad, depressing shit and horrible shit. So, and then like, what am I gonna do? Watch the Manatee for 4 hours or however long this has been, 3.5 hours? Can't do that. So yeah, I'm pretty hungry. Think I might eat some dinner. So I think I'm gonna call it. Oh, the Boglum Chronicles teeth video. I think I just watched that. I think I already watched the Boglum Chronicles teeth. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm streaming all the time now, just playing catch up on some financial stuff. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Who knows? Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm like that. I'm glad that we're 55% and we've only had one official show this week. That's very helpful. I appreciate all you guys very much. Thank you, and I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye now.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.